And he kind of used that shit Eminem used in that movie. He like talked about himself. He used that whole approach.
So nobody else can say
nobody else can say the shit about him.
Yeah. You seem a little nervous about all the publicity. For this Canadian lights get doc. We didn't know the baby West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me.
Call him a bitch for me.
Girls, that's a gift for me. Heard it on the Button podcast. It's gotta be true. They told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive. And the nigga under 5'5", so it's gotta be you. I will beat the whole
him and this height thing.
Me and Snoop Dogg have my fucking shirt off in the House of Blues. Okay, you gotta fuck this nigga, girl. You gotta get abused. All that shit about burning tattoos, he's not amused. That's jam talk for real thugs. You gotta be you. Gotta leave this motherfucker broken and bruised before we really lose. You ask for the smoke, now see you too busy for the smoke. I won't lie to people confused. Now you about to get this shit another week and fall back to home, girl. But running numbers up, I would've refused. For these industry relationships, she out of your shoes. You supposed to be the bookie, man. Don't do what you do.
Ready to be busted.
In that case, there's nothing left to say. I just pass it to Snoop.
That's you. What the fuck you really got to do? Shoot a torch at the House of Blues.
So is this supposed to be some AI shit?
Yeah, he used AI.
He used AI, but he just wrote their verses. So you can hear it, right?
Okay, because I was confused a little bit.
It's not them in real life, no.
Okay, I got
That's what made this shit so hard. Like, that nigga used the AI. It's crazy.
That shit kind of scary though.
Right.
Because right now it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose. How to walk up the wrong tree and then
Okay, that explains the meme I saw earlier.
Yeah, with
There's a picture of Snoop. It's like, what the fuck I say this?
Nothing's off limits in rap, though, but go ahead.
Okay. You ready?
Episode 14, you know the fucking vibes. Snoop, J, Nigel. Guess who we got in the building?
We got Run N Brunch.
Gang, what's up, baby?
Bow, bow, bow.
Episode 14. On your bitch ass. Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Super honored, man. Shout out Nigel. Shout out everybody here. Shout out Unspoken. We in the A.
Shout out to my boy Jeter. That's what we drinking on, Jeter Readers. Make sure y'all get y'all some Jeter Readers, man. Hit my boy up. For real.
Talk your shit now.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Unspoken Atlanta. I'm your host, Nigel Armani.
I'm your girl Snook J.
I'm the kid, BMX.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, man. Episode 14. And today, man, we got three special guests. We ain't gonna say two, but we got three special guests, man. Run N Brunch is in the building. Polo, Ashley W.
What up?
What's happening?
How y'all doing?
Man,
Check. How y'all week been going?
Man, another
Good,
beautiful
man.
day in Zamunda, man.
We ended it on Unspoken.
Oh, yeah.
Seemed like a good one to me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, shoot, how everybody doing this week? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
I'm doing decent. Don't look at me like that.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing good. Ain't nothing really happened this week. So I'm I'm cool. I'm like a smooth 8, gliding through the week.
Yeah.
The kids test this week, so I'm sure it's gonna be a bit stressful. But outside of that, yeah.
Okay. BMX, how the week was, man?
I'm Gucci, man. Another week of saving lives. You know what I'm saying?
Putting out little fires.
Another week of saving lives. Yeah, good week, man. Had a good hike today. Hiked in the rain. It was all right.
Oh, man, I missed the hike.
It was all right, yeah. It was all right.
I seen you gave Big Bang a good gift this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was so sweet.
it's crazy.
Yeah, that was dope.
It's crazy because like usually when we hike, we always be deep, like at least 50 plus people, right? But this particular hike, it was just me, Dave, and Bank. We had rolled out like 2 hours out to Tallulah Gorge, and we was hiking and stuff. And of course, I always got the camera, so I just happened to catch this dope ass shot of Dave helping Bank up the gorge, and it just became monumental. Like after his passing, because that's what he always did was pull people up. He was actually pulling Bank up in the photo, and that's just the type of person that Dave was for sure. So it just became monumental. I said, I got to blow this up and get to my boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he cried, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He cried on sight. That shit was hard.
Nothing wrong with some tears.
What's wrong?
Hey, if you're an independent artist that's looking for a platform to showcase your skills, looking for an opportunity to shine, perform live from Unspoken Atlanta exclusive performances.
we normally when we do episodes, we try to highlight entrepreneurship, people that's doing stuff in the community, black-owned businesses. Sometimes we bring them on the show. Sometimes we find them and we just highlight them and just try to show what they got going on. So today's entrepreneurship highlight, we're gonna highlight two things. We're gonna highlight Run N Brunch, but also wanted to highlight Juice ATL as well.
Let's do it.
With the Run N Brunch, I guess all three y'all can really talk about this though. What was y'all vision behind it? How did it start? How did y'all figure out it was gonna be y'all three from the top down? Y'all vision for it?
It started with Polo, so Polo.
Yeah, that's a him question.
Yeah, so I've been running
question.
for some years, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of running, start doing some marathons. But while you're getting ready for these races out here, training for these races, you get with different run crews in Atlanta. And I used to always just admire like the run crews in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we got a lot of dope. Even in our community, in black community, it's a lot of runners, you know what I'm saying, doing some amazing things. So I always used to just frequent all the different run crews in Atlanta. And I used just to like the community, you know what I'm saying, people getting together, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, man, one day I'm gonna do that. So I used to always talk about it at the gym with BC, man, and he'd just be like, man, stop talking about that shit and do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, I'm gonna do it next year. There's a lot going on this year. And I'd be like, man, we should do that run crew. He was like, man, you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's how it got started. We just started it, you know what I'm saying? I had to come up with the name, Run N Brunch. But that's kind of how it like really took, you know what I'm saying, took life. And I remember the second one, I actually got a photo of this too, of me grabbing both of them like this and kind of whispering in their ear like, hey, I got this situation with this run thing and I want to put it together. I think y'all should do it with me. Let's, you know what I'm saying, let's bring it together and like do it all together because I think it could be big. And my bad. And yeah, and that's really how I got started, man. Like I told both of them about it. One day, we was getting ready for the weekend. BC was like, jumped in, started helping me. Ashley jumped in and helped me. And this was before, you know what I'm saying, I said that to them. And they were just there for the first two. Man, they showed up, helped put the whole shit together. So it's like, man, we might as well just do it together. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. With the brunch part though, how did y'all? What made you come up with that idea to do something like that? Obviously it's different. Y'all probably the first ones I've ever seen do something like that.
So I know, like when I used to talk to BC about it, I used to tell him like, man, I want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to not just do a run. I want to do like some real. Like I told him what I noticed is a lot of times when you got these runners and they're training for races, when you're training for race, you focus, right? So you're trying to keep your pace, you're trying to do all the things you need to do, you know what I'm saying, to be at a certain time in that race. So a lot of times the faster runners will go out, the slower runners will come back. And by the time the slower runners come back, everybody else having a beer and a burger or something crazy, like they already across the street, you know what I'm saying, having a drink or two. And I used to just be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to do something for the people that kind of got left behind in that crew, you know what I'm saying? And just try to push, you know what I'm saying, those people, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You know, as Loop. So, Ashley, in regards to, what do you feel? Do you feel like, you know, a lot of times as women, we usually see things a little bit different when it comes to the business aspect that maybe some men don't see. So we kind of come in on the back end. Is there anything that you felt like needed a touch or uplift with Run N Brunch?
I think it was mainly just the detail.
Ashley is the glue to this shit.
Without Ashley, it's the organization, the operations
Right.
part of it.
Right.
So meetings, so making sure everybody's on, you know, has an invite for a meeting. Make reminder, hey, we got Unspoken tonight, or what things like that is where I come into play.
Gotcha.
Trying to just make sure that, like BZ said, everything stays on point and is glued together.
Okay.
Yeah, she the glue. Like, cause me and Polo, we such creatives. Like we all creatives, but me and Polo just such creatives that this is all we be
the
focusing
mind
on.
just be like,
So like the business part and the small details, we be fucking up.
Well, and that's a lot of the time. That's
Big
why
time.
women add
Yeah.
that extra layer, because there's things that can get missed if you don't necessarily, if it's like a male oriented business.
Man.
You know,
Right.
if you have like one or two women behind you, they'll catch the little pieces that get.
I feel like anything you do in life with business, you got to be a woman on the team.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
has to be.
For sure.
They keep
I tell
that
my
shit
friends
together.
Yeah. And like you said though, detail, organized.
Yeah,
we
it's the
kind of bring that.
organization.
So you need that. But I definitely see y'all. I need to come out there. I keep saying I'm
Yeah,
coming.
That was about to be my question.
Yeah, because I be seeing y'all. I'm just like,
Look, she working out every morning now.
I
so
do.
But you know what though, Ash? That's exactly why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Because it's not about people that are running have been running for a while.
Gotcha.
We wanted to create the safe space for people who have
Anybody.
not run.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We want to get people off the couch.
Right.
A lot of times it's scary to join a big run crew or
Intimidating.
workout gang, come
Right.
inside of a
Absolutely.
gym. Right. So we just wanted to create that space for that same reason. You know?
Yeah.
You
And
don't
I
have to
think
feel
that's the
so
thing, because
intimidated.
there is a narrative a lot of times in the gym culture or in the working out culture, because it can be intimidating if it's
intense.
something that
Absolutely.
you don't, if you're not doing it as often or as frequent as what you want to join.
Right.
So like when you see running, you know, you be like, oh shit.
And especially especially if you look like us.
Yeah.
Right. And that's real, because sometimes I used to get DMs, people DMing saying, man, I came up to the gym. It was, man, it looked amazing, but the people look amazing too. So I'm gonna work out at the house first and get my together, and then I'm gonna come back. But I just need to have like a little bit of something to flex, because everybody up there look like they've been.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like them folks been in here working for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It took years to build
To
that
get
body.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
that didn't
Right.
happen overnight.
Right.
So
Run and Brunch gives
sticking
that.
at the house
Everybody
ain't
got to
gonna
start
get it.
somewhere by.
Yes.
It's-
Well,
yeah,
and
that's
see,
where
that's
it's at.
good.
Yeah.
That's
And
definitely
on
good.
top of that, this is the brunch capital.
For sure.
Atlanta, for sure.
So that was
So
perfect.
when you,
brunch on
all,
every
when you
corner.
all finish, is brunch offered, or what is, or is it just like is it just the theme of?
No, we have
It's
brunch.
definitely
We
brunch.
care.
It's offered.
we
Okay,
put
so
a
like
whole
when you're
it's-
so when you're done, you get to eat. Gotcha.
Yeah,
we
it's
got
like
a food
it's a
truck.
whole event. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole.
Do y'all do the same vendor each run, or is it different vendors in Atlanta that
We
y'all
switch it
get?
up.
Yeah, we switch it up.
We switch it up.
Good.
Shout out to
Keep
Chef
it-
Nikki though. We do a lot of
we
stuff
love
with
Chef
Chef Nikki in the mix and those fat ass cakes. But
Gotcha.
yeah, we mix it up. For
Is it
sure.
usually healthy brunch?
Yes.
So speaking on that, also because me and Polo are elite. I'm 12 years vegan. What are you in now?
I'm like 16, 17 years.
Yeah. So since we both vegan, like we try to push that narrative too. Like so, all our food is usually vegan.
Okay.
Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? We try to push
But
that.
it's good vegan food though, so
Yeah.
I'm not vegan and it's busting. So you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the people that are
anybody
not
that been
vegan,
to Run
you
N
can
Brunch
come
can
yourself.
attest.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
really dope.
Yeah.
They walking around. Is this vegan for real?
Yeah, you
Is this
can't
vegan
tell.
for real? Like,
No, that's
yes.
dope. Okay, so with I want to switch to the Juice ATL. So I've been seeing you I've been knowing you honestly for like at least 7 years at this point. And so when I used to go work out with BC at PT Cross Training, you know, you selling the Juice ATL.
Yeah.
And put me on that. What was your vision behind that? And it's kind of hard. Like, is it hard coming up with a juice beverage? In itself, but also your vision behind starting that.
So the majority of my life I spent in the music industry. Music industry fast. You moving around a lot, eating a lot of crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, got to a point where I kind of got out of shape, not doing well, ended up in like some heart trouble, had some heart problems just because of like smoking too much, drinking. I used to be smoking Newports and, you know, just that studio life, you know what I'm saying? And that travel life, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I just kind of got out of shape, overweight, ended up like in the hospital. I got out the hospital. I started making smoothies, juices, just kind of like trying to heal myself because they wanted me to be on these pills. And I was like, nah, I really ain't not with that. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of got into juice and I got into fasting more than anything. And I just taught myself how to like fast and clean my body out. And one day, man, just making those juices and coming up with them combinations, I wanted to teach people that. It was this website a while back called, it might still be around, meetup.com. And I used to do these meetups at my homie's barbershop and let people come in there. And I used to teach them how to juice. And this girl was like, I was still heavy in the studio too. And this girl was just like, man, if you make that for me, I'll buy it from you. And I was like,
Light bulb.
Ding, ding, ding.
ding, ding, ding. Right.
That's it.
So that's where it came from. And I slowly started kind of moving out of the studio world. And as the juice thing picked up, I kind of moved a little bit more because I was kind of burnt out too with music and just being out all the time, club all the time, travel all the time. I kind of burnt myself out with that. So it was kind of like I could, you know what I'm saying, just switch over to something else. And I just kind of slowly jumped more and more into juicing. And when people were like, oh, this is amazing, or oh my God, you know what I'm saying, like my life, you know, changing people's lives with that and just giving them that information and teaching, I kind of lean more into that, you know what I'm saying, because I just like helping people, you know what I'm saying? So
For the people that don't know, that never had Juice ATL, you can tell them what all you make, or?
man, so we do like a variety of green juices, root juices, and fruit juices, you know what I'm saying? It could be all green juices. It could be some greens and fruits mixed because you're not supposed to mix all fruits and all greens together. So we just do a variety of like fruits, and we don't use no added waters unless we make lemonades. But other than that, it's just the fruits and the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know.
Okay.
So that's how that got started, man.
I see you. And now, well, I do got another question. I'm sorry. I know you were saying you're not selling, I guess, to the public. We slowed that down.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I know you still selling them though. You still
Yeah. Well, I just actually started back. I had another incident. Ended up in the hospital. Had a brain aneurysm. Right. So I really had to like shut down the whole shop for a minute. But I had some dope clients before I went in. You know what I'm saying? And some of those clients are like Atlanta Braves, and I kind of like another company called Hiscox, like a big insurance company. I fill up Revolt's refrigerators, you know what I'm saying? Like just a bunch of different companies, you know what I'm saying? But the Braves called and asked, was I ready to get back to work? So I've been out, you know what I'm saying, like rebuilding, rehealing. So I picked that gig back up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to slowly but surely just, you know what I'm saying, just making sure my health is first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before I just jump all the way back in and take all the clientele. But they definitely been... I got a DM today like, yo, what's up? Can I get some juice? Can I get back on my subscription? I'm like, not yet.
That juice got crack in it, boy.
Not yet.
I see. Like, honestly, bro, I don't know if you thought about like juice ATL vending machines.
So we talked about that a couple times. We talked about it. Yeah, and but you know, the only thing is like we make our shit like it's like 100% like juice. You
So
know
it don't last that long.
It's the time. So like,
So
man, I've had opportunity to be in stored. Right. And I've had opportunities to be in stores
Even
and
if it's
all
stay
kind of
cold?
stuff, man. Yeah,
Even
but
if
I
it's stay
haven't.
cold?
Nah. So like, for instance, you buying a juice out of storage, it's a process called HPP where they still kind of like pasteurize it. And I've had opportunity to be in hella stores. I just didn't do it because I didn't want to take away from the quality. You know what I'm saying? So it's just...
And see, that's the thing
Man,
about...
I had a couple selling things where I could have sold Juice ATL a couple times, but I didn't do it because I didn't want to compromise the quality of the juice, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, I don't know.
But that's the thing about real food, right?
Right.
So real food, it's not gonna last that long because it's no preservatives, it's not pasteurized, there's no extra shit added to it. So the shelf life is not gonna be that long. You cutting?
Yeah, you good.
I'm throw it off.
I'm about to tell you, threw it off.
No, you're right though.
You throw me off. Hold
Threw it
on.
off. You would have not known what you were doing. You not did that.
Yeah, that's why I did like this. Like, keep going.
You started. You say you throwing me off.
That's why I did this. I was like,
What's going on? I'm like,
keep going. Like,
this big ass nigga in my face.
Right. He's like, what the
And rolling at you.
Hold on a minute.
Cause she told me she put her
Oh,
hand
yeah,
up.
I got you. Yeah.
But nah, that's
He caught
just.
this
I mean, that's just why he can't, sell it the way you talking about, like in vending machines and stuff, because it's not gonna last that long. Like when you buy real food and shit, you got to drink that shit right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
And
shit ain't-
because we
Even
got
in
the
the
big
fridge.
industrial juicer, you know what I'm saying, ours will last at least up to 7 to 8 days. Certain things, we put lemons or limes in. Lemons and limes are like natural preservatives for food, so those things will last a little bit longer. But yeah, like BC said, like it's real food, so you gotta like if you want the nutrients from it, if you want it to have those healing properties for your body, then you gotta like get
Drink
to
it.
it.
Let's give him a few gems, Polo. Give him a few natural preservatives. If you want your healthy food to last longer,
Lemon, limes,
What can you do?
yeah, lemons or limes, yeah.
honey.
You can use honey, yeah. Honey is dope, yeah. I've used honey before, but I use lemon and lime for a lot.
It's depending on what you're making.
Man, depending on what
Like
you
me
make.
for my sea moss, I put honey in it and make it
Yeah,
last a little bit longer too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So depending on what you're making.
And I put lemon or lime in my sea moss,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, for that reason too, to make it last a little bit longer, yeah.
You do got a lot going on today, dog.
What is happening?
What the fuck
is going on?
A little chaotic. A little chaotic, but that's okay.
People right now, man.
That's the devil. Like, no, don't tell him.
Right.
Don't give them the information. No.
I need everybody to come with me.
Right.
I do want to keep it on the health thing. I know you said, I know you try to give them a couple of health tips. If you have any, but both of y'all know, because actually you're a trainer as well. But any health tips that y'all can give out to people that kind of help them throughout the week, that kind of keep their energy up high.
Rest.
Yeah.
Number one.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Make sure you're getting your sleep.
Rest.
A lot of times we be grinding in the gym, going hard, but your rest, your sleep is just as important for your results and to stay healthy as the workout.
Right.
and you're eating. So
Right.
make sure that you're resting because your body can't recover, nor can your muscles grow unless you sleep, unless you rest.
Super rest. I think in the industry where Ashley same way, she come from a music background. Beats come from a music background, and the information you get in there from the OGs is like, you gotta go hard. You gotta work every day. You know what I'm saying? Like
No time off.
no time off. You know what I'm saying?
No days
And
off.
Sleep is for suckers. Like sleep is that's lame.
That shit was a
as
brand.
hell,
You remember
man.
that?
Yeah.
Huh?
That shit was an actual brand before.
No, yeah,
that's a guy
no,
on
ain't no
Instagram
disrespect to old boy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to call it the brand lame, but that's just like
Nah,
they put it.
man. Nah, that shit lame.
But that shit is
know
not
that
shit
cool,
lame.
though. Sleep is for suckers.
Niggas is
Definitely
dying.
need
Niggas
to-
is dying because they're not getting
Yeah,
rest.
exactly.
Right.
So yeah, people are dying. Like I
Absolutely.
almost died from not getting enough rest. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in the hospital almost a month laying on my back because I didn't get enough rest. So you right, BC.
And get what? Me as a real brother, I still be on you because
Yeah.
you slick be kind of falling back into that shit.
Hey.
Yeah. So
This is
every day
what
I
it
be like,
used
bro,
to.
whoa, did you eat today?
Did you eat?
Whoa,
Yep,
what
yep.
you? I'm trying to make sure
Yeah,
because
he be on me.
it's easy to fall back into that same shit. You know
That
what I mean?
same routine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And that's what it was for. And it be like, and you be making that money. You know that money be coming.
It's
you
the
know?
money.
You just be like, oh, shit, okay.
It's like, it can get really difficult as an entrepreneur because you're chasing the money. You're thinking, oh, my brand, if I don't do this today,
Someone
then
falls
somebody
to
else
the
can.
wayside, yeah.
Right. Yep. So you just got to make sure to slow down.
Just
and
be
get
like,
that
you wish it was
So
more
I would
hours
say
in the
rest.
day.
Right.
Right.
Just a few.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just a
just
few.
maybe like 3
Like,
more hours
yeah.
or so. Yeah.
So number one, I would say rest. Another big one for me is like cleaning your body out, man. You got to clean that temple out from time to time. Like if you've been,
Toxin.
everybody in here is probably anywhere from like 20s, late 20s, early 30s, 40s, whatever, right? Now imagine living all that time and you never gave your digestion a break. 30 years and you ain't never stopped eating not one time. Think about that, man. Think about that skin inside of there, that thin layer of skin that things have to move through, ripping and tearing. Oh, you gotta like, and half of us, we don't chew our food up good, so we got these big old chunks of like, man.
What I say, Kim?
Everybody's trying to break it
What
down.
I tell you, Kim, about that chewing?
Chew your food up. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh my goodness.
We don't drink enough
But now-
water. Like it's so. But go ahead, BC.
Now I want to tap on that chewing shit. Like that's
Yeah.
that's a thing that people don't realize is very, very important.
Right,
That's
because
the first step of your digestion is chewing.
You got to break your food down to the
All the way
smallest
down.
molecules possible,
Right.
So it'll be easy to digest.
32 chews, baby.
Yeah, that's why people have, and a lot of times, right? People, you can do all the working out, all the cardio, right? And if people still have guts, and you know why? Because they be swallowing their food unchewed or not chewed enough, right? And that causes
Can't
gas,
break
it
it
causes
down.
bloating.
Because we in that fast world. Everything in a rush. We got to eat fast. Got to get to the next thing. Get over here. Got to go do that. Do this. Do that. You know what I'm saying? We moving too much. We like rushing and
Slow down.
We don't take no breaks, bro.
I got a secret. If you want a flat stomach, chew your food.
Chew your food.
I
That's
promise
a
you.
fact.
I promise you.
That's a fact.
This
Chew
is
your
real
food
shit
up.
now.
Right.
Chew your food if you want a
okay.
flat stomach. Y'all, you gotta understand, man. Eating all that food and then just chewing a few bites and then swallowing because we in the rush. We eat in the car. We going to
Yeah.
the next spot. We going to the next spot.
And speaking of eating in the car, not to cut your wisdom,
Go ahead.
but eating in the car, you know what I'm saying, and move like when you eating, you supposed to be sitting down somewhere, relaxed. Body relaxed. Body should not be in the car tensed up. Like that's gonna fuck up your whole digestion. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be somewhere sitting at peace, like chilling, so your food can digest the way it need to digest as well, too. And your food take time to digest. If I cut you open and pull your intestines out, bro, I can stretch that joint from here to probably damn near to the other wall in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta get that food chopped down the right way, and it's gotta be water coming in through there. Like, we're gonna go hard on science, and I don't want to get too deep into like the whole digestive thing. You know
Go
what I'm saying?
crazy.
So, and
Go
the niggas be
crazy,
like,
kid.
where you going with this shit? But I just be trying to get like, bro, I got a saying too, and I was gonna put this on the shirt. I said if we were see-through, people wouldn't eat the way they do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I was gonna make, so don't take my idea. I was gonna do a t-shirt with a camera at. But for real though, if people could see how that food, how that milk, how that cheese, how that shit moving through your body, and how some of it don't be moving through your body. That's why that gas smell the way it do and that fucking breath smell the way it do. Because that shit ain't even really moving through your system.
That's right. Okay. Repeat the question before you answer. But eating slower helps with the stomach's process of actually breaking down the food.
Facts.
Like I said, the first step of digestion is the chewing part. So that's where all the saliva, all the enzymes and everything that are going to break down the food happen in order to take it down. So slowing it down will help. But Polo kind of touched on that a little bit because it can be difficult when you're in the matrix of grinding. You're doing everything so fast. So
not saying I don't do it, and even doing it, I know it's terrible.
In the car was,
we all do.
Was the one I was like, oh, you're right. Because everybody's always damn near in fight or flight. But you have to just be conscious of slowing down just a little bit. So
just in life.
You don't have to become obsessive with your chew number.
Right.
I heard a few numbers thrown out.
32, baby.
But still, try to just be conscious of
That's
each bite and chewing that and slowing it down. He got on me for it. He's like, damn, Ashley, you finished that already? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm hungry.
I seen the cap though. Yesterday, dude had a whole Chick-fil-A sandwich. He handed me mine. I tried to open the wrapper. Literally, I feel like I put my little sauce on it. Put the bread back on. I turned around.
He was done. That man was hungry.
I was like, bro, you done already?
What his stomach
He
look
got
like?
a gut.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he
I'm
got
I'm sure he do.
He was just like, I ain't eat breakfast this morning. You know how it go. I ain't eat this morning, bro. I'm hungry. I'm like, damn, bro. That's like 30 seconds.
It's like she just said too. If you slow down your eating, you probably wouldn't even be able to finish that sandwich if you was eating it with some fries and some other things and taking sips of drinks. You know what I'm saying? And that also too, like, the fast food industry is some bullshit because how they be setting us up with these cold drinks, drinking cold. If you go like, you rock with any like Asian people, you go into their house, you see how they mamas and they hominy, their grandmamas, how the grandmamas eat, and they like drink that hot tea before they eat to get the gut ready, and then after they finish eating, they drink more of that hot tea. We drink cold iced tea. That food be doing this going through your gut, just moving slow, taking forever to digest because you didn't put all them ice cold drinks on there.
Another thing I was gonna say to help you stay full.
Your digestion is complex.
Drink a glass of water before you eat, because a lot of times you're not as hungry as you think you are.
Yep.
And then sometimes you might feel hungry, and if you grab a bottle of water, you drink a little bit of water, you're like, oh, I wasn't really hungry.
Just playing.
Well,
I was just dehydrated.
Some water, right?
I was gonna say, let's just work on drinking water, more water. Period.
How much you had today, Nigel?
I had one bottle of water today.
Like a big bottle, like BC's
No,
bottle?
no, like a 16 ounce.
Like a 16 ounce just throughout the day while I was
This nigga
cleaning
don't
up,
drink
just
water. This
drinking
nigga
the
drink simply lemonade.
I drink some lemonade. But you know what though? I'm kind of slowing down that too though, because people done told me that, you know, drinking a lot of like simply for one, slows down like if you trying to like lose yourself.
Man, that shit got so much
Have you
sugar
seen
in
how
it.
much sugar in that shit?
Sugar.
Yeah.
But I don't like drinking soda, so I'll be like, if I'm gonna drink something outside of water, it's gonna be like juice or simply or some shit.
Right,
like that.
right.
Obviously.
So look, if you want to juice with your drink, why don't you go to Kroger or Publix and get you a nice tasting cold pressed drink?
No.
Or holla at Juice ATL, you know what I'm saying?
Or Juice ATL.
Homeboy, get you right.
Yeah, you got to open up the subscriptions, dog.
I got you. We're going to get it back cracking in a minute.
We got another question. What's up, Tope?
So yesterday I read, if you're not horny, you're not healthy. Can y'all speak to that?
If you're not horny, you're not healthy.
Yeah,
I can
mean,
agree with that.
I know, especially in men, if you're not horny, you're not healthy for sure, because when you put the right shit in your body, you're increasing the blood flow to the penis.
Yep.
Right? So when you eating bullshit and processed foods, it slows down your blood flow. It clogs your arteries, right? It slows down your blood flow to your penis. That's how we get hard. That's why niggas can't go rounds, because they unhealthy. They can't get up again because ain't no blood flowing to the dick.
Right.
No diddy.
That blood too thick.
No diddy.
No diddy. This.
No diddy.
No.
But no, what he said.
I'm telling you, bro, eat more fruits and vegetables and watch how many rounds you get your lady.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
Yeah, you just missing a lot of stuff. He right though, man.
I mean, I think that can fall on a mental scale too.
Turn your zinc up, fellas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a jewel.
I got another jewel after you. Go ahead.
I guess when she asked the question, my first thought went straight to the mental over the physical. Is that if I'm not horny, I'm not healthy mentally.
It's both of them.
I've got too much going on. I need to kind of slow down a little bit, which could also still fall into your food, because the way they slaughter the food,
Right.
you know, all those emotions, think about it. That anxiety, depression, everybody is talking about, that comes from the foods that you eat. So.
You're right about that. Another thing I want to add to that is watching too much pornography.
Yes.
I can't say that because nigga, I jack my dick the same day that my girl pull up and I beat her back out.
But it's like, people that watch it like
People who watching that
I
shit.
know, that's what I'm saying. That's mental because like when you watching porn all the time,
You become
it be hard.
desensitized.
It's hard to get erections or like to get hard.
Yeah,
like,
because you just had fried chicken and mac and cheese.
that too though. It's probably a little bit of both.
She might just don't turn you on
Nigga,
like
hey, look.
that, bro.
Watch porn and have you a
y'all-
acai bowl,
oh,
nigga.
so
She
y'all don't-
must
and see
don't
what
turn
happens.
you on like that.
Acai bowl.
I'm gonna repeat that. Watch some porn and have you an acai. How you say it?
Acai.
Acai bowl and see what happens.
Or some sea moss.
Or some
Right,
sea
or some
moss.
sea
So y'all don't feel like too much porn.
Nigga,
can fuck up
I
like
watch a lot of
sex life.
porn and I have a lot of sex.
Okay.
That shit ain't stopping that.
That's in the room of
I
question.
think what you're talking about though,
Yes.
Nigel, is more of a because porn can it gets really kinky, right? It's not normal sex.
Right.
Let's be honest about that. Porn is not normal. That's when you know what I'm saying. Most times
Staged.
you have wild sex, but it ain't.
It ain't like that.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. So I think when men are watching or women honestly are watching a lot of porn, you become desensitized to what normal sex is. You start expecting
real, though.
a lot of wild shit.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you do have to have a healthy relationship. It's about having a healthy relationship with porn. You don't necessarily have to
healthy dose.
stop watching it, but just make sure you keep a healthy relationship with
Or having a girl that you can be like, hey, babe, let's try this.
Right.
And she
Yeah,
with the
because
shit.
you might have an open partner that's down. Like, let's do it. But somebody else might look at you and be like, sir, what? Not doing that.
Yeah, you got a point, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
I got you.
But to answer the question, yes. Health, sex, gotta be healthy to have
Health,
great
yeah.
sex. To me.
And a healthy,
I agree.
healthy balance.
Yeah.
yeah.
Healthy balance.
I had to get off the leash. 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 I had to get off the
He got dipped by the gangsta, he paid his side. I been rolling, I'll keep my eyes wide.
Alright, hot spots in Atlanta, y'all. Unspoken Atlanta hot spots. I don't know if y'all got any this week. Hot spot for y'all don't know. Unspoken Atlanta hot spots is just places that y'all are part of the been to, probably the first time, or anything that y'all want to like recommend people to go to hang out, socialize, whatever.
I ain't been hanging out and social.
It could be anything.
It
It could be
It
restaurant-
don't necessarily got to
But
be
just on
like,
Restaurant,
some
gym.
food vibes,
yeah.
Planta.
Yeah, we talked
I've
about
heard
that.
a lot
I had
about
Planta
Planta.
twice last week.
I already put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you
What's
that.
the name of the spot that we hosted the last Run N Brunch at? In East Point?
Oh, that's
Util-
about
Atlanta
Works building?
Atlanta
Utility Works.
Utility Works.
Utility
Yeah,
Works.
Atlanta Utility Works. They do they have like beer brewing and stuff like that. So if you're into beers, different craft beers. The night before she said she had like a 9-hour party, so they book out. So this it's a spot that you can check out events and see what they got going on. They have different vendors that set up out there.
That's up the street from me.
Yeah,
That's
not
dope.
too far. South
Oh,
side.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't got necessarily a spot. Well, I was gonna say it for people who didn't know. Fin and Feathers on Edgewood. It's not. They have a new location. They're still on Edgewood, but they're across the street. For people that didn't know, they got a bigger spot. So they're like right next to. They're in between Harold's and Slush. And what's the
I
other
hate
one?
that pissy ass side of the road.
It was
It's so pissy over there.
Yeah. So they over there. So they
It
got
is
a
pretty
big, they got a bigger spot. I went there last week thinking they were still over there. I was like, this shit like it's dead over there. It was locked. And I looked across the street. I just seen the whole thing like grand opening, new Fin and Feathers. I was like, all right, cool. I went in there. It's a vibe. They got two little. You know, the original one was kind of small for people who don't win the Fin and Feathers.
Well,
but
that made it a
now
vibe.
it's bigger. So now they got
More
two different.
space.
It's two different sides. Like they got a side where you can sit, and then they got like a bar. It looked the same. It's just bigger. But it's it was a smart move for the people that's into being on Edgewood. I don't know. I don't be on Edgewood like that. If I go to Edgewood, I'm probably going to Fin and Feathers. But
right around the corner from there. After we left the funeral the other day, remember we went to that spot, bro?
Or the vegan spot?
You gotta go there.
What's the name of it?
Bro, they made this strawberry juice. Oh my God.
What's the name of it, Polizzi?
Can't remember. That's terrible. Didn't I send you
Go
that?
to our text. You sent me the. Damn it,
no,
man.
you keep going.
in the text
Another
It's
thing,
amazing,
too,
bro.
Why you figured it out? I got one more thing. Not a hot spot, but we just found out that what's the spot? Just burned down.
That fire.
That fire jerk burned down yesterday.
On the Jamaican spot
on North Side.
That's a legendary spot. That
It
spot
is.
been there forever.
Yeah, it is.
I was sad to see that one go down.
Yeah.
Bro, I rode right by
And
that
they, were,
shit.
and they were already
did?
like
My
they
barber
were
shop right
never
there.
in a they were never in a building. They were like in a hut.
Yeah, and it had a lean
Everything
to
gone.
it
It
too.
did. It didn't look promising for a while anyway, but,
No
So
disrespect.
basically, what you saying is they should have known.
but you know
Respectfully.
they had one on Camp Creek. But the way that their location of where they were, it just was set up weird. Like
Yeah.
nobody
Right.
go like if you don't live in the area,
You wouldn't know
know
it.
it was
Yeah.
over there. So they probably gonna go back to that spot because they just closed it down like top of this year. So
They gonna rebuild that too because I'm sure
unfortunate.
yeah.
Polo,
I
that's,
don't-
that spot is La Samilla.
Yo, Lhasa
Lhasa
Miller,
Miller.
bruh. Let me tell you,
Lhasa Miller.
everybody need to go there, bruh. It's vegan. It's like on some planted vibe. It's smaller. It's a husband and wife vibe. It's like they did that with that food.
Where
That
is it
food.
located?
It's right around the street from where you were talking about, off of Edge. It's like in the Krog, right there by Krog
Krog
Street. Yeah,
Okay. Krog Street.
I'm going.
fire.
So I got a spot. So this is a dope spot that's been open in Atlanta for a while, but they closed down. And then it's black on. Then he just popped back on the scene.
Yeah.
And it goes by the name of Copper Cove.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Ruggs, man, Mr. Ruggs.
He opened it right on back
Yeah,
up.
Ruggs just opened
Good
Copper
shit.
Cove back up. Blessing us is right by the gym, so we just walk right around the
over
corner.
there.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, Copper Cove back up, man. It's a dope ass spot, little lounge, bar spot. The food dope, drinks dope. The vibe is the ambiance. I really love the ambiance. Like the artwork he puts in his spots is always dope.
Always.
The art is always dope,
Always
bro.
a vibe. Yeah.
It's always had some nice venues though.
Yeah.
Every spot Ruggs opens up is
Man, the
you know,
art. I
yeah.
always be looking at the art like this shit is crazy. Like
Yeah.
the shit he got now, like he got art in there now with like neon lights attached to it, and it's
Yeah.
just it's so dope. Bro.
crazy,
It's
yeah.
dope. The vibe dope, y'all.
Yeah,
Go fuck with Copper
yeah.
Cove if you don't
I
know about
believe
it. But anybody from Atlanta probably already know what's up.
Right. That's a fact.
Definitely hit up Copper Cove. I'm probably gonna go this week. I slick should have went. That should have been the vibe to go watch the fight last night. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
that
missed
Copper
it so
Cove.
So
flooded.
talk to me about the fight.
It was great.
We can talk about that first. Honestly, we got
Man,
We kind of.
I didn't know if that was one of the topics. I'm sorry.
Devin.
Quicker than I thought. We was
Devin. I saw some highlights. What happened?
We watched the actual fight.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was,
Y'all want to talk about that? We can talk about that. What's
Yes.
your thoughts on the?
All I saw was some, you know what I'm
But
saying?
you know what's crazy though? So people are like upset because they saying that Garcia wasn't taking shit serious, but he beat his ass though.
Oh, he definitely did.
Because I think he drunk. I think he came in overweight.
Yes, 3 pounds.
3
So
pounds.
because of that disqualified him from getting a belt.
Right.
For one, and then when he did the weigh-in, he was drinking beer. So that like people was like feeling like he wasn't taking it serious, the crowd serious.
Which is probably where that 3 pounds came from.
And
by the
I
way.
feel like that was probably publicity. Like he was doing it on
You know what he
purpose.
did?
But I don't feel like that was smart though.
No.
What was it? What was Garcia's fight before that?
I think
Tank.
Was it Tank?
And
But
what happened?
Both of them was Tank.
Tank.
And what happened?
Well, no. I take it back. You're right. Yeah, he was the only one. He lost.
Yeah,
Right.
Tank put it down.
So I think it's some of that attitude coming across. Like he lost. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
oh, y'all want me to fight this
But
guy?
you still got to be smart with that though, because you can't lose the
You
belt.
can't.
Right.
He took a chance,
Yeah.
but he won.
Yeah, so what y'all don't know, that man Ryan Garcia is actually smart.
Super. Go ahead, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You know
It's
what
my
he did?
favorite part.
Tell
Playing
me.
crazy? Yeah, of course.
Do you know why he played crazy? He played crazy because he put a max bet on himself. So he left with an extra $2 million.
Oh, that's why he was so cool with losing.
Yes.
That losing the man.
Yes. Yes. He put a max bet on himself and he played crazy. So people think he ain't taking it serious or he finna get beat up.
So the people, so for
And he's
people
been
that don't know-
conditioning and because
Exactly.
you saw how he was moving through those rounds last night?
Boy,
he was ready.
Yes.
That's crazy. Like,
I'm so mad I missed
So
was
for
a
the
it.
great
people who like
fight.
uneducated with boxing, like it's strategy to it. Like he was saying, like sometimes he might feel like to sell the fight, he got to act like something wrong with him, or he got an issue, or he ain't really taking it serious to sell the fight. But in reality, he was really dead ass serious about it because everybody was really picking Haney to win this fight.
I had Haney shit, right?
Yeah. Well, what you had Haney because he's black, or you had Haney because you felt like he can win?
I thought he was a better fighter. I did.
Yeah. Okay. You know, some people, I ain't okay, but I be picking people because they black all the time. Just to be on our side. Like, I won't fuck with them. Like, yeah.
He said, fuck how much experience he got.
I'm just saying, like, especially in fights, like, I'm always going for the Mayweathers, the Tanks.
Yeah.
People that I'm familiar with. I ain't familiar with too many Latino.
And you gotta understand, like Haney never lost a fight, right? That was his first loss.
Defeated, yeah. And the only loss that what's gonna have was Tank. So technically, they both are slick, kind of undefeated. So
yeah, like a Tank, that shit don't count. That nigga just ain't losing. That nigga different.
But
right.
Haney wanted that to be his next fight. It ain't gonna be up.
No,
not now.
Tank to be his next fight.
No,
hell no.
It would if he would have won.
If he would have won, he would. That probably been his next fight. But you lost, so
yeah.
But do you think
Tank ain't entertaining that?
Do you think if Haney was in the same space, not losing his weight like he needed to, because 3 pounds is a lot. So when you come when it comes to boxing, so do you think
Garcia was just way more conditioned?
But I feel like that's another reason, because he said that he was like, I'm not going to dehydrate myself to get into a smaller space and lose. So I'm wondering if Haney didn't dehydrate as much as he did, would he have a little bit more? He say he don't have. They say that he doesn't have too much
I don't
power
like to put that on black people, but I feel like we have like a sense of arrogance and like entitlement to not take that extra step to do what we got to do to kind of like prepare ourselves.
I think Haney knew what's up though. I think the person that looks crazy right now is Haney's father. With all the talking that he did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think the dads are, kind of did. Because these boys are friends. Let's understand that they're cool. They've been fighting each other since they were kids.
Yeah,
so this is not, you know what I mean? This is not, he's fought Garcia 6 times already.
That's a lot of things people don't know. Like, a lot of people, they be sparring a lot of times. So they don't know that they be thinking this is their first time fighting each other. No, we've been fighting each other behind the scenes without a camera for a while. Like, I know Tank fought Haney and a couple other people like as training for a whole nother fight. You know what I'm saying? So you be familiar with these people all the time because it's just like playing AAU. Yeah. You playing with these people in the summer. Yeah. Now we in college and y'all on the opposite team. Like it's the same thing. Like, but they don't know all the battles we done had this whole summer. Right. Yeah, I think this is our first meetup. But I know his
most sports are like that too.
Yeah. So I know his tendencies. I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's not gonna do. It's just that now today it's in the spotlight type shit. So yeah.
Yeah, I do think Garcia had like wonderful genius marketing tactics before this whole fight. Seriously. I mean, because think about it, people were able to play. Another thing is he played on people's emotions. I caught myself wanting him to win because I saw everything that he was fucking going through mentally on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope this boy win. It's more people like me out, that kind of played on that piece too. So good for him. That's what's up, right?
What's your thoughts on the tailor-made freestyle?
What you think, Ash? You just listen to it?
I think it was decent. I'm kind of over I don't know. I just really wish that we would get back to like real.
But this is real hip hop though.
Not really.
Why
I mean, it's not giving me Tupac and Biggie and Ice Cube and like that's what I want.
But no. I want to fast forward to something. So, the Chris Brown and Quavo thing, right? So a lot of women are upset, or a lot of people are upset because they feel like Chris Brown went too far.
What's too far?
Bringing up Takeoff.
Wishing death on, yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is, it's no. In my opinion,
I mean, when you think about the story though, Quavo, you the reason why Takeoff is dead.
No. But I ain't even worried about that though. I'm just saying like people be feeling like it's a cap on what you should say as far as
rap. Just morally that wasn't right.
Hip hop is no rules to this shit.
Right.
No.
So it's whatever say go.
I mean, Tupac, first off, fuck your bitch in the...
Right.
I mean...
That's the difference.
You claim.
Right. No, I wish
and took a picture with her.
Ain't nobody going
But the culture now is just extremely too sensitive.
Sensitive, yeah.
Sensitive word.
I mean,
Going back to what you were saying though, but with going back to Drake though.
You got one more time to cut me off.
God
damn, I can't even get a word in.
Get it, man.
I'm trying to go along with the timeline.
I know, but you keep. I mean,
but going along with the original, you were saying that it's not the same.
No, I don't feel like it is. I mean, to me, it's just I don't know.
It's a different caliber of
it
people,
is.
man.
I'm not excited.
It's just not.
I'm not excited.
I know what she's saying is hard to explain, but I get what she's saying, but I feel what you're saying too.
Yeah.
This is hip hop, right?
It is hip hop,
but it's just what we got for hip hop now
so
versus the people she naming.
Does it seem manufactured to you?
Does.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's like, I mean, to me, it's like y'all taking too damn long to respond. Like if we got drop today, I need drop tomorrow. I don't need y'all to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 days, 4 days. I need y'all to get in the booth right then and there. Secondly, Drake keep talking about the same shit. You talking about Kendrick height. That's everything that you keep saying. Like there's nothing that's like, oh shit. Like outside of Chris Brown. Chris Brown was like a
But that's because he a singer.
Wait a minute.
You the singing nigga. You the came with the bars. Wait a minute.
Do you feel like that because he a singer and he rapping, or just the bars?
He had bars and he's a rapper. I mean, he's a singer. So the fact that he was really rapping was crazy.
No.
But I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like all of this is publicity. I feel like something is finna come from this. I think they all finna do like a whole big ass collab
Now that
album.
would be hilarious.
Well, I really think it's gonna be like
to go against Drake.
Please don't do that.
No, I think this is just all publicity.
Oh, you think Drake a part of it?
Yes, I think at the end there's gonna be a big collab.
I don't think that he's a part of being, because I feel like everybody in hip hop, it's like everybody versus Drake. I feel like Drake is the only island.
But I think it's funny though. It's funny what she's saying though. You know what's
like
crazy about what you're saying? So in this new hip hop era, that's kind of what it is. Because back in the day, it didn't end up like that.
Exactly.
Like,
But
you just now getting Nas and Jay in a record. How many years did it take for that to happen?
Even with that, like now they talk so much about in this new age hip hop that it's not no beef.
But let me tell you,
ain't nobody really addressing the beef. So now it's like, let's do it.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about what you're saying too. She's probably right, bro, because look how fast it took for
talking to Mike.
Drake. Oh, look how fast it took for my bad. how quick it took for Drake and Meek to just mend that shit and make a song together.
Yeah.
They made a song together, so they might be coming out with the album.
Just how we ended up needed the Drake and Chris Brown thing. That was long overdue, but when we got that song together, we was like, "See, nigga,
y'all waited all that, but they never spoke."
But you know, it was never no jabs at each other in the music that they were doing.
Yeah.
But we knew it was beef because of Rihanna being the middle woman. But I don't know. I'm
you
over
might have
it.
a point.
I'm not excited anymore.
I think,
and then I'm mad J. Cole took his. I mean, I get it, but what the fuck? I mean, like
that right there.
I feel like that was gold. I'm like, damn, you just that was fun. I enjoyed J. Cole more than I do Drake.
He don't got it in his heart. Drake got it in his heart.
But Drake not really. I mean, like
he is though.
Drake. This ain't no Drake slander because I like Drake, but Drake is just not
Drake with the bullshit.
Drake doesn't give me.
Battle
Rap City in the booth, battle rap. He's like boppy, bop, 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 pop, 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 pop. Like he don't give me J. Cole.
He's still Jimmy from Degrassi.
Yes, that's how I still see him as that. Like,
in a wheelchair.
But it's like when J. Cole came on, I'm like, damn.
But when you look at the overall landscape of it, I know I see what you're saying too. Though, but when you look at the overall landscape of it, everybody is going after him. And when you think about why, it's like it. I don't want to say.
Do we know why? Do we know not to cut you off, but do we know an official reason why?
I know
everybody hates Drake.
Probably because Drake fuck everybody else bitch. That's probably what the underlying issue is.
There's a lot of people saying that.
Loverboy Drake.
Knowing somebody.
Well, each person got a different issue. I don't want to go in detail. I know each individual reason why they don't.
Clearly, he is a Drakester.
But it's like they're all like, even when we talk about the Kanye West, like he come out of nowhere now he against Drake, like he against Drake and J. Cole.
Well, you know,
but it's like when you on that, I feel like when you on that mountaintop, it's like because before Drake was a little brother, bro. He was a little guy. He spawns every situation I've been to. Wayne, Houston. He done spawns everybody's situation. Now he kind of like rising above everybody. And it's just like it's normal. Like if I'm teaching somebody something and I'm giving you advice or something, and then he become higher than me, I'm gonna kind of feel some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just natural. Like, it's just what it is. Like, and I feel like that's what it is. They feel like he getting like too high in his horse. But when you do your homework, Drake has supplied every one of these guys that's beefing with him with their first number one
record.
one record. They've never had nothing bigger than anything that he's not a part of. So it's like, to me, I feel like from Drake, it's like, I'm feeding y'all. And now y'all ungrateful. So it's like, now I feel some type of way. Now y'all feel some way about it. But I do also think it's another thing too. Drake is Jewish. So he gonna get away with a lot of shit that y'all ain't gonna get away with.
Right.
That's why these labels gonna get
I ain't know he Jewish.
300, 400 million.
Run it.
Because what it is, I'm telling you what it is. They're just because these labels are paying Drake hundreds of millions of dollars to do music with whoever's on these labels. So like the sexy, whoever's hot in the moment. Sexy
that's
Red,
what they were saying. That's what Joe
Red,
Budden was talking about, right?
Sexy Red, when Lil Baby was hot, he hopped on Lil Baby. When Summer Walker first came on, he hopped on Summer Walker. When whoever's hot, it's the labels.
Okay.
I was when they first come out.
Yeah.
When all these artists first come out, they first big record be something with Drake.
They do.
But that's the labels like, all right, we finna give you $300 million in cash.
Give who 300 million?
Drake. And
Under the table shit.
And whoever we got hot, that's who you gonna collab with. But the Rick Rosses, the Fresh Montanas, the people that's also been in the game for a long time, they don't like that shit because they trying to get these deals. But you ain't.
I'm really upset about Rick Ross and Drake though. I need them to handle that shit accordingly because they're
they got too many records.
That's unmatched.
I told this story on the last episode. The Future thing is different though. He just mad at Drake because he felt like.
But is it mad?
No, he's felt that.
Are we assuming?
No, this is fact. This is fact. Guaranteed fact. So when I'm telling y'all,
the Drake's
y'all. So when I'm gonna keep this brief before we go to the next topic. So if y'all don't remember when Drake and Future did their first project together, that was back in what? I don't know the year. Y'all tell me. Probably like 2015, 2014. I want to say.
I think it was 2016.
Future.
16 somewhere.
Yeah, something like that.
So when they did that,
What was that, Jumpin'?
No, that's
the Diamonds album.
That same album. That album. So around that time,
album.
Drake was just coming off the Meek Mill beef, but he didn't have no like street credit in the streets.
He still ain't got it.
And so Future felt like him doing that project with him. When they did that project, he gave him that stamp of approval when it comes to Atlanta and the streets. On top of that, Future was coming off a three-peat. So he felt like around that time, I'm the biggest out. Even though you got you just beat me Mill out, I really want to give you that street approval. So if you're gonna do a project with anybody in Atlanta, it need to be me.
Right.
Drake so big headed, he feel like he's so above everybody, which he is. He feel like he can do an album with anybody.
Yeah.
So now I'm finna have an album with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Right.
In his mind, it's not nothing against 21 Savage or that Future hates 21 Savage, but it's like if you're gonna do anything with anybody from Atlanta,
right,
we need to be doing a part two.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's what his issue is.
But
Metro Boomin,
but they had a part two.
Well, it's over with. No, they ain't doing nothing.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, they had a part two because they did.
No, we're talking about a second album.
Oh,
that's what he's saying. You did a whole album with 21. Why not do a part two? And honestly, people were kind of asking for that before the 21 Savage came out.
Her Laws. Wasn't it Her Laws? No, it was.
That was 21.
The one with all the emojis
diamonds.
on.
No, the diamonds is what. All the
That's
diamonds.
the Future.
That was Future.
Yeah.
You talking about what?
That's the one that Jumpin' is on.
Yeah, what it is?
21 is Her Loss.
Her Loss.
Oh.
Her Loss with the girl with the grill.
Yeah,
gotcha. So he just in his mind. So I think it's just some industry shit, like some ego shit. If you're gonna do some shit with anybody in Atlanta, you need to do a part two. Don't try to build a whole other shit out with 21 Savage. Now Metro Boomin, I think he smashed Metro Boomin girl.
I wouldn't be
honestly.
Metro smashed Metro girl.
I think he smashed Metro girl. That's why Metro.
It's crazy with these niggas and these girls, man, because they don't really be with none of them.
None of them.
They be with each other.
Nigga, you might come in there with 3-4 motherfucking men, right? Your girls that you got with you. It's 4 of them.
Yeah.
And if he come from over here and at the end of the night, we done left the studio, we went to the club, nigga in the club, doing that side talking in her ear. It's one of them out of the 4. And one of them 4 leave with him and go end up being with him, you're mad.
Right.
That shit is whack as hell.
Hit the camera one time, yeah. It's gonna keep doing it.
Come on, Sonic.
That's whack, man.
Yeah.
They be mad about that. I done seen that in real life, bro.
Yeah.
No,
They with me. These is mine.
They be bent off that little
Don't
coochie
talk
now.
to none of them.
They be bent about it.
But let me know. All on this, I say this always to say, like, the fact that everybody jumping on him lets me know that Drake is really Thanos.
He Thanos.
He
Yeah,
Thanos
for
to this
sure.
shit, bro.
For sure.
Because you don't put this much.
But I
energy
feel
in
you.
He's that guy.
I feel you, but he is though.
Guess what? Thanos got his head chopped the fuck off.
Ass, look, this just where we at in hip hop right now.
Yeah, and
It's
that's what
just,
I mean. Like,
it's just what it's a different type of caliber
I
of person.
hate it
it's,
so much.
It's different cloth.
It is.
What
Yeah.
you talking
but
about
it's
is
like,
a different type of
You don't
cloth.
put this much energy into somebody that you don't feel like is top tier. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, we know
Yeah,
that.
he's top
but-
tier in the world that we in right,
Right
now.
now.
He's definitely top tier.
Yeah.
But she talking about that. It's a
it's a
that's
lo- it's
different
a-
from
it's
a Hov, from a Nas, from a.
But that's a
Ice
different time.
Cube.
We're in a
It
different
is a
time.
completely different
And that's
time.
why it's a whole different time.
This
We're
ain't
in a
that 50
different
Ja Rule
time.
shit.
Yeah.
This ain't that 50
And
Ja
that was
Rule.
good too.
And that was a good
Them
one.
niggas
but
in there
it's-
stab
it's
each other.
still different. Right.
This ain't no fine shit.
Yeah.
Anybody gonna heard of this beef.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Which I guess is safe, but fuck. Let's make it. Let's
it's
make
too
it. A little,
safe. But
let's give it a little razzle
I
dazzle
feel like
on
how
to
we
it.
talk about how we talk about Drake don't be doing this and the third though. I feel like we be giving Kendrick too much of a like. We give him too much like safe space to like, cause he like to me he the Kawhi Leonard of this rap shit.
He's
like,
the what?
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh,
He the Kawhi Leonard of this shit, bro. He barely
What you
play,
mean by that?
He barely be around. like I just seen Ain't Cap. The Clippers played today. They were talking about how Kawhi Leonard only played 41% of the team's games
his
this
heart.
year. It sound like Kendrick. He only come out on a feature, then he disappear again. You don't hear him for another 6 months.
Real artist. That's what.
Yeah, he got to go back and recharge.
Real art. You take your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but as a fan, you like consistency though.
No, it's not consistency. You want what's it called? When something comes real quick.
Quick automatic gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Goddamn.
So you saying Drake fans they like instant
Gratification.
yeah.
Everything's microwavable right here, real quick.
But it be quality.
But he
though.
dropped like that. He dropped records like that though.
Yeah, that's
too.
why everybody like him. That's what they want Kendrick to do, but the Kendrick ain't gonna do that.
Kendrick ain't never did it.
He's a different type
Yeah,
of
he
artist.
never did it.
Well,
he
yeah.
just, I mean, you know, to compare it to a J.
he
Cole
also
and him.
comes
But
from
you
an
feel
era.
like you feel like you can be number one with that mindset?
I don't think he give a fuck about being number one.
See, that's the thing. Like
You don't
that's the
care about
difference.
whether he the best rapper?
But see, that's the thing. That's the
I
difference.
mean, he wants
Like,
you to
when
know he's
think
the best
about-
rapper,
Yeah,
but
he
that
cares
don't
about
mean
being a
just 'cause you the
lyricist.
best
He don't
rapper
care about
don't
having
mean
to
you
be
number one.
on the
Commercial,
charts.
right.
Yeah,
Like
commercial
he cares
means you
about
number
his
one.
what he putting out.
But look though, I'm gonna say that back. That's like saying LeBron James. That's what makes him the GOAT to me because he's been doing this shit consistently for 21 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and he's
But
like a
he's
Drake.
actually still good.
You won't pick Kawhi Leonard over him.
Because LeBron is actually still good.
Yeah.
And he delivers.
No, I'm with you. I feel like Drake the same way.
Yeah, Drake delivers.
He
I'ma say that.
been
Drake always
legit
delivers.
since I was in
He
10th
delivers.
grade.
That's-
He
And
always
he been number
delivers.
one. So I feel like that's why I kind of feel like
No Pulitzer Prize. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel you.
Yeah, there
I
are
think
different
it's, to each
flexes.
his own. But I do feel like Drake number one though. After the fact that he done dropped 2 songs.
No,
and Kendrick
I
ain't
think
dropped
he's
shit
number
yet.
one. Yeah,
And he creative, right? And he a Scorpio, and a nigga
I don't know
goddamn
about
petty
that
as
part.
fuck.
Huh?
He petty as fuck though. I like rappers that's petty.
He
That's that light
petty.
skin
Very
shit.
petty as fuck,
Ooh.
bro.
Most
Very
light skinned
He a
niggas is
smart
petty.
though.
He's so petty. He's so
Like-
good.
Yeah, he do little
He's a
shit
complete
that like
troll.
he'll say some shit that only
I
the
said
person
most
that he's talking
light-skinned
about
niggas
Would know.
would know what they talking about. Like Kanye said this the other day. He was like, type of when Drake do this record, he don't come at you straight up. He do like little small shit
Jabs. Like, did that nigga just?
like buy the
He's
house
been
that's
doing that for a really
400,000
long time,
where your girl
though.
stay at, or DM every girl in your
Did
family.
you see he had the
or
band
shit
playing
like
in
that.
Magic
Like,
City? The fuck with Metro?
Right, the fuck with Metro.
That
Like,
had me screaming.
only some people can do shit like that.
What the fuck?
Top tier pettiness.
Top
Drakester.
here,
It's a
petty.
light skinned trait.
I don't know if you want to talk about the Yee, but Kanye hopped on like that remix.
Yeah, that I like.
Justin
it was
LaBoy
alright.
just finna drop a podcast.
That shit went.
And why
trash.
is he?
The music was. I like the music more
The
than I like
music
the
was
lyrics.
good.
What?
Go ahead. God damn, that's
Y'all got my boy working,
It
guys.
feels like the time gets shorter and shorter every time.
every 5 minutes now.
I heard it. It's pretty good. It's good
Now
for. I mean, but
What
like,
y'all talking about?
Yee,
Kanye.
He dropped. Yeah, but I feel like I don't know, bro. This shit getting old, bro. Like you said, but everybody
I'm over
hopping
it.
on like that.
It was cute.
Yo,
Y'all could have did
tryna-
that for a week and cut the shit short. Like at this
I just
point.
want to hear Kendrick come with something, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
Which I don't
We're
think he
patiently
is.
waiting.
But look, though,
He got to.
3
man.
dots for Kendrick.
That don't. Yeah, right. He on the clock. For
Just
sure.
loading. It's
Right,
loading. We
loaded.
watching. We looking at it. We
Definitely.
waiting on
Waiting on
the
his
post thread,
thread.
waiting on a response.
Come on, man.
But the longer he take, though, to me, I feel like hurts him more than help him.
You
don't
think so?
hurt him?
No,
I don't
don't.
think so.
No, don't.
Depends
I
on
don't
how
think
he
so.
come.
As long as it's solid,
Waiting on
yeah.
Taylor Swift to drop before he put out, like, cause he's scared to drop at the same time.
That's strategic though. He ain't.
If it's good,
it's
it's good.
not from skill.
Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah.
Period.
The fact that
Yeah, it don't
she's
matter when he
just
drop.
the
If it's
fact
good,
that her
it's good.
pale
The
ass is
Swifties are
moving,
serious.
Yeah.
It's
The
crazy.
only thing that matters with the time is if he do some whack shit.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna be like, bro, we
Then you
waited.
could've saved it.
We waited for that.
With the Taylor freestyle though, like how Drake did with the Tupac and Snoop. Do you feel? Because I feel like
That's scary.
By doing that though, it kind of like he got to like come at a whole nother level.
Well, they had already. Did you see the guy that had made the AI?
The Kendrick AI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I was just kind of like, this shit is just, it's getting weird. I don't, the AI thing, can we just leave that out?
The AI is being weird. But it's,
Like, why the fuck,
I feel
why,
like Drake
first
kinda
off,
do
no.
that.
Why are you doing a diss track with features? I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
It's okay.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it's how he did it.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
I like the creativity
It
of
was
it.
creativity.
I mean, it's
I like it.
creative.
That nigga brought
but
Pop
it's
back,
weird.
nigga.
Kendrick Lamar from the West Side, so he used the
Nigga, Pac
West
been,
Coast.
Pac been back. He been on a lot of tracks.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, but what he
Nigga been
said
dead
though,
20 something
like,
years.
They trying to figure out
it's
what
pretty much
island he on.
antagonizing him. Like, yeah, but
Right.
we your OGs, but why you taking so long, bro? You supposed to drop this shit. That's
That's
what
kind
it
of,
is. Like,
it's creepy.
that shit hard
It's
though.
creepy.
That was hard,
That
man.
shit
I'm
was
sorry.
hard. That's like creepy. That shit hard. 'Cause
That was hard.
Can't nobody else pull that off though.
That shit was
I
dope.
guess we'll
I
see
thought
what
it was creative as hell.
Kendrick might fuck around and come back with, who knows? He might have somebody on there too.
If him, I would have came up with. I would have put Kendrick.
No, what?
AI,
He should put
and made him
Nipsey.
talk to him.
He might do that.
Nipsey as a third
That would be
verse?
so
No, I'm saying
crazy.
Kendrick.
No,
Kendrick should do
use
Nipsey.
Nipsey.
No, yeah,
Cause they from LA.
Yeah, he got to.
Yo, if Kendrick
was
come back
flat.
with the Nipsey AI,
Oh, give an idea. Don't
Kendrick,
take our
if
shit.
you, Kendrick, if you see
The fact
this,
that we're talking about AI voices with deceased people is nuts.
It's weird.
The fact that you can
Somebody
bring them
else-
back
And I
like
got a
that.
feeling that people that feel like you, like this shit is kind of like got a lot of sugar sprinkled on it type shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little sweet,
it
little
got a
sweet.
it's a
Real
little
sweet.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
Like I
sweet.
think they gonna feel the OG niggas, the older niggas is gonna be like, oh,
That's what I'm
this
saying,
is
because I feel
stupid.
like
Baby
that
bop
was Snoop.
beef.
Snoop was subtly saying that in the post, like, bitch, who
What is
cleared
going
this?
on?
Because I
what do you
didn't.
say?
Well, he did.
Well, he.
I didn't see
He
what
don't
he
have
said
it clear
either.
because he didn't put it on DSPs.
I know, but it's
He ain't selling
weird.
it.
It's hell. I'm living, nigga.
I'm living.
Like,
nigga.
that's
Not
weird.
like you have to like.
Like Snoop put
Yeah.
it, he made like a post, like that meme
I
with
didn't
him
see
that
it,
be
though.
going.
With the-
He
with
kind of
the
had
Bonnie.
like, okay, this was awkward. I didn't ask to be here, but
Oh, shit.
I'm in it into the chat for no reason.
Yeah, I'm in the part. I'm in the middle
But
of
I
the
do have a
battle.
question with the Chris Brown and Quavo thing. A lot of people on Twitter, on X, excuse me, formerly known as Twitter, they were saying like they were talking about Sweetie and how she really a bona fide hoe. And they were kind of like comparing like, why does Sweetie not get the negative connotation that Meg got for, you know how they were saying like Meg was a hoe, but Sweetie, I can't remember what they called her. It was
She's
a
not
term.
as big.
And I was
Yeah,
going to
man,
tell you,
big
no one
artist.
cares.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I mean,
nobody care what Sweetie got
you're
going
beautiful,
on.
all that, but
Gorgeous.
said that Sweetie wanted
No
the
one
girl
cares.
Who was referencing because they both dated
Karuchi. That's what I thought too. I thought they were talking about
That's what-
Karuchi.
that's-
I really
that's
didn't
what
think
they
they were
were
talking
talking
about Sweetie.
I don't know.
No, they
Who
both-
dated Karuchi?
Both of them.
Both of
Quavo
them.
I didn't
and
know Quavo and Karuchi were dating.
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Chris went on his second disc. He was like, okay, yeah, he talked about like fucking my ex, but I fucked your ex while you were still
with her,
Yeah,
right?
so it kind of implied that it was
Sweetie, yeah.
And then they posted the picture of them on the
Unless he
on the
was,
sideline.
unless Karuchi let him double dip, she spun the block,
Yeah, she could have.
Nah,
and we just don't know about
was
it.
Sweetie.
I really hate her and
He's
It was
like,
Sweetie.
he was like,
Nah, you might be right.
I really hate her and Vic ain't work out. They were so cute.
But no, back to what you
Oh,
were saying, it's because Sweetie's not a big artist like that. Like we don't really care. Like what she said,
Yes.
Meg
She
is
don't-
so
she
such on the
nobody
high
hates.
horse.
But the thing is, when you when you look at the track record of Sweetie got it's a lot of industry.
I understand
niggas.
what you're saying, but
but
you gotta
somebody
understand-
had commented and was like, "Oh, this bitch."
They
just
not
slid
giving her
away from-
respect on her lyrics. They're not gonna put
Imagine
it on her
if Beyonce
coochie
was a
neither.
hoe.
But they're definitely not gonna do that because
You see what I'm saying? She
might be a hoe.
Yeah.
No. But imagine if it was documented like how Sweetie and Meg is. Like
Yeah.
then you'll be like, everybody be on Beyonce ass because she's Beyonce. Sweetie's just like you pretty, like you said, you pretty, but we don't really give a fuck. All right, fuck these.
Yeah, all her songs are
I think if she
samples.
was
It's not
better,
like
if
she's coming to
Drop
if
some
she
more
had
music.
better skill, if she was better at rapping, she had better records.
I really liked her
bigger
voice.
records. It would be
It was
different.
It was like,
Right. Right.
Cause she out here.
Who?
21 to kill that bitch.
Lotto.
She's
a
better.
good, yeah.
She's a better.
Dealing with a man who's broken their mind, I'm not doing that. It's never gonna happen for me. Because if you're broke there, nothing's gonna transpire in real life. You don't believe in yourself. And everything is energy. If I believe that I'm that bitch, I'm that bitch.
Fuck Marisha, Keisha, and Jordan. And I ain't tripping if you enjoy it.
All right, y'all. So I got some clips. We got some clips we're gonna talk about. I'm actually not gonna play the whole clip. I'm gonna play maybe the first 20
We already
seconds
heard
of
it.
them.
So you gonna
I'm gonna play the first 20 seconds of it. And then we're gonna talk about
not
it.
just
y'all.
sit here. We be playing for 4 minutes, listen to the whole damn clip.
So the first one is
This has to be the worst advice that I have ever heard on the internet.
How many times should me and my wife get it in a month? Realistically.
It's as much as the person who wants it the least. So if her answer was 2, the answer would be 2. And there is no magical number. However many times a person who wants it the least, that's how many times you should be having it. And if you want to change that, change the way you have sex with that person, change the way you love on that person, change how much you do around the house. As a sex
live with that.
So she said the person that wanted the
The
least,
least.
that's the number you should go with.
Correct.
And why? But why wouldn't it be with the person? I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't it be with the person that wanted it the most?
I'm assuming because the second
Why
person
is
would
the
feel
least
like
more important?
they feel like it's forced. They feel obligate, like it's an obligation.
Oh, because the least.
Because if
person
Ashton
don't want
wanted it, then you trying to force it on. It's like
yeah.
Right. You're not. She doesn't want. She just
got
don't
you.
want it.
I was slow on that one.
I feel like only women can make that decision.
I feel like that too.
Only women can make that decision. Guys can't be like, yeah, we don't gonna do it 2 times a week.
Yeah, I don't really want it.
Well, I don't think women just come out and be like, I only want to have sex 2 times a week. But I do know men that have the thing about a man is like, if there's too much on his head top, he might not be sexually in that space. He just don't want it.
That's a fact.
And it's not a prominent thing, but there are times in a man's life where he's thinking about something else. So,
I think it's about just knowing your partner. Like a lot of this stuff you can kind of weed out before y'all actually get in a relationship.
Shit changed now.
Shit changed.
Shit changed. For sure.
I mean, people change, people grow within a long span of time, for sure.
You can go.
When I first met you, I might have been a rabbit. I might have been an info. I wanted to have sex all the time, but as responsibilities and things like that grow, we have children. But
look though, going back though, that's something that Trill used to say all the time though. He said that shit. I think an episode he did with us about how like women advertise a certain amount of sex at the beginning of the relationship, and then once you get in it kind of changes.
I feel like that shit gets on my nerves.
Because it's a dopamine
unrealistic,
phase.
Because it's just like, yeah, we could have been meeting at 19 and I was, like you said, an info. I ain't had no responsibilities.
My hormones was up and down.
All we doing it. And now I'm 28 with 1 child, maybe 2. We're now married, and I mean, we've ran out of the spontaneity of doing shit. So it's just kind of like, now I have other responsibilities on my mind for me to do outside of having sex.
But that's why
She went further.
Initially, it is that spontaneous feeling that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and then other factors come into play. Like there has to be something at play for you to want to have sex. Whether if it's not spontaneous, then okay, maybe I didn't want to get started, but now that we're here, I'm enjoying it.
Right.
That could be one.
So she was.
The last one could be like, okay, maybe I'm still forcing myself to do this, but at the end of the day,
Because you're my partner.
Yeah.
it's gonna feel incredible.
Or
Right.
because you're my partner and you're enjoying it, I get the fulfillment of seeing you enjoy
Happy,
it.
like to please.
Because there are times where you be like, fuck, I did not want to do this tonight. This was not in the playing cards.
Right.
But now we done. Okay, I'm glad you're happy. Now I'm going back to sleep.
I'm going back to sleep.
Good night.
But for real though.
I don't want to put y'all like that. Both of y'all are married, correct?
Yes.
I want to talk about sex and marriage though, like, cause I feel like that kind of like is
She
what
just
she's
explained
gearing to what she was saying, like as far as like how it like changes, like, cause I know when you're trying to impress somebody or trying to like put your best foot forward, there's certain things you might do, but I feel like it's human to get kind of comfortable.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get comfortable in a marriage because you get comfortable with the person that you're with. That new phase definitely dies off, but you have to be intentional about making it that. Now there are some things that can happen in a marriage that it doesn't matter. Like it might be trust issues. There are things that happen that can really affect your sex life to where the person just genuinely doesn't want to have sex with you.
Is it the person or is it the space that person is in? Do you feel like you can go
It could be both.
Do you feel like you can go through a rut of like 3-4 months and it's just like sex is just not on the forefront? So it almost like you is almost giving roommate.
Yeah, because especially if you got
Y'all
like
cool,
kids
but it's just
involved
not
or
sex.
things like that, because your mind is not
on that.
Your mind is not specifically on that person. Now I have to think about this child. I have to think about whatever I have to do with work. I have to think about. So yes, that dynamic can definitely change. It's not. It doesn't necessarily have to be I'm not attracted to this person.
But as humans, we get stuck in that because it's like, oh shit. Am I
right?
am I
Let me
big?
snap back in.
Dude, there's something like, is it something like as a woman, you can find yourself maybe
questioning
wondering,
yourself.
like, did something what changed, or did something change? Because what is it now that why can't we?
Yeah.
I think one thing that we don't talk about or we don't hear a lot is there are times that women want it more than maybe their male partner, and a lot of times the roles flip.
Yep.
And it's in the space where she's like, okay, I want it. And he's like, yeah, baby, I got other shit to work.
I think that's most of the time. I think women want it more than men all the time.
But, like being in the space of having it's weird. As a woman, it's weird to force my partner to have, or always being the initiator. That gets kind of strange because it's like, okay.
Do you want me?
Hello? Is it something that I'm missing? Please,
I don't think nobody wants to always be the initiator.
Right.
You want to bounce back and forth.
Right. But what's a healthy dose? Because it's like, if I always want it, I'm a...
I mean, you should know. Like, if you feel like you've given more effort to have sex with your partner, you know what your limit is. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and you gotta have them real conversations.
Yes, I've had that conversation.
I was about to say, in those conversations, I feel like sometimes they get...
If you're in a relationship or a marriage, like, or you've been with somebody for a while, like, you should, especially if it's been some years, like, that shouldn't be, you should know that. You know what I'm saying? I should know that about you. You know what I'm saying? Because people, it changes. You know what I'm saying? It's so like... Yeah. And even when you, I don't know, it just changes. Like sometimes you might be fire hot and just want to do it all the time, and then you might not be in that mode for a long while because energy shift, energy change, things happen. We living in a real dynamic universe. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of flow of energy and things that's going on throughout your day, throughout your world, and the man might be higher vibrational on the sex vibes and want to do it all the time, but I think that's just conversation, and you got to really be having them deep conversations with your mate. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, you got to have somebody that's you're able to have those conversations with. Because some people don't mature enough to be able to have those conversations, and it becomes defensive, and then it's a big blow up. And then
that creates more friction in the house.
Yeah, communication is everything.
But it's like, it just seems as though you hear a lot of men speak about women always over advertising a certain type of lifestyle. Like Nigel said, putting their best foot forward. You gon' you gonna step right.
I think that's
to get
everybody though.
Yes,
Niggas
everybody
come,
do that.
We do that too. We fresh with our gear. We got our haircuts, beard shave. Like we bringing our best.
And be throwing grade AD game. And no, they don't want to be with them.
We talked about that too, didn't we?
I be saying this too. Like a lot of times I think where those things fail at is because, like you said, things change. Women have these hormonal issues or whatever, or things going on with their body. Fellas, we got things that go on with our body. And I think too, when you get in them deeper relationships, you know what I'm saying, niggas start farting around you. You know what I'm saying, nigga, like all kind of little shit that be happening in the bathroom, and all them type of things. Sometimes I feel like, and this is just, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Should you keep them things separate?
That was shit Sharp said.
Or should you bring them? No, I talked to several people that I know. I ain't gonna bring their names up. People we all know. Even some of the celebrities we know. I had this conversation with niggas like, do you keep that? Is your wife bathroom down the hall where she do all the shit she do? Because some niggas don't want to see their woman in that light. So I think I would keep it separate.
You would keep it separate. Shada said his woman can't shit in the house with him.
I know several niggas.
I don't want to see my girl shit.
Down the street, the shit.
I don't want to see my girl shit.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in and see your girl shitty draws either. You know what I'm saying?
Don't got no shitty seats.
Oh, what? That's what I mean. But I'm just saying, it's at the same. It's on the same caliber.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Shitting in front of your mate, depending on who your mate is and what your shit and what it's like, you might not like that.
I don't see
of no longer wanting to just have sex with you spontaneously with your husband. I'm talking within a marriage or a long-term relationship. What does that conversation look like?
I think first of all, you have to realize that it's only a moment in time, even if it's some months, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it always, like, this is how it's going to be for the rest of our life, you know what I'm saying? Or our sex life or whatever. I think first you have to realize, like, it's just a moment in time. You just might not be feeling like that for 4 months, 5 months, 2 months, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you can, just don't put a time on it and make it like it's forever. Because it just sounds kind of like,
not only that, but you end up moving through the relationship like that because that's your mental space. You're not thinking that it can get better. So
it's just shit. Being a human is just hard. I mean, it's like, it's so, because everybody's subjective. Everybody's partner is different. And when you know your partner and you know certain triggers and tics, it's like if that conversation becomes so redundant, you know what I mean? Like if you feel like you're the person that always is initiating or always wants to have it, and it's like y'all go good for the run good, y'all running, y'all jogging, sweating a little bit, and then we didn't hit like 3 months without doing it no more. And it's like, oh shit, how did we get here again? So that's what I'm saying. So like when that happens again, because it's like you said, it's a revolving. Yeah. It keeps going, right? Yeah. So you have the time where you're doing great. Sex is a thing, You have your times of the months that you're doing them, whatever. But then you hit a rut, and you're back in that space of feeling like, fuck, we're here again.
And I think that's where you have to change the mindset.
Right. That's where the intention
okay, well then we're here again.
Right.
But it's like now, how do I address this? Again, where it's not where I'm bitching, I'm moaning.
You gotta bring it up.
Yeah, it's like it just
gotta bring it up.
My question is, how do you keep getting here again?
Right.
Are you still dating? Are you still having fun with each other? Are you still like flirting with each other? Are you still doing the things that you did in the beginning?
I think a lot of those things stop because you get so caught up in other things, you're not realizing that you're not treating your partner the same. So the communication of you have to be able to tell your partner, like, this is what I'm not getting.
Right.
This is why I'm not in the mood. You got to get to the root cause of the issue every time. It might be different every time, but you have to get to the root.
Because there's a reason.
This is where there is a reason. This is where we also then get in back to where the therapist was saying, why as a partner, if you know it's something that I want, I want, right? Or I need. As my partner, why are you like, okay, I know it's been about 4 months. We ain't did nothing. Let me go on and just
But what do you do if you don't feel like it, though?
For the pleasure of, what you mean?
If he don't feel like it or she don't feel like it, I guess it can go both ways.
Yeah, like if you're not in the space of feeling like it, but you know your partner this is a two people thing. So there's gonna be shit that we don't want to do, but we know our partner wants it or needs it done. You get it done,
right?
Without any grievance or any gripe.
Yeah.
So just like what that therapist was saying, she's like, you know, yes, it's maybe not be spontaneous anymore, but you're now doing this act because of the pleasure that your partner gets from it being done.
Right.
You know, but you also don't want it to feel like it's a damn task and a chore to do. So it's just like, I don't know. I mean,
let me
like I
ask
said,
y'all
being
about
an adult is
let me
hard.
ask y'all about guys who are entitled because they feel like they're paying for everything that they should be getting it
Getting what?
whenever they want.
Getting what?
We talking about
The pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, because you made me think I'm supposed to.
That's why I laughed. I heard that. Get what? I knew exactly what that meant.
So you feel like that's out of bounds?
First off, to me,
I don't feel like it's out of bounds, but like you said,
When you saying pay for everything, what you mean?
I mean,
like you saying bills, or you saying like on the date?
You know why you feel like that? I'm gonna tell you why you feel like that as a man. I'm gonna tell you why you feel like that.
Explain. I want you to explain. I'm just talking to the women who don't like going 50-50.
Wait,
so we talking about bills?
We ain't talking about fuck all that. Fuck, hold on, wait. This is what bothers me because we always get into this conversation. It always finds another loop. It comes back in the circle. Niggas get mad at women because we don't allow men to be men. Men want to be the men. Men want to be the provider. Give you the alley-oop. Now you the man, you the provider. You pay for everything. Now,
no, we're agreeing with you because if we're going to pay for everything, I'm cool with that. I take that responsibility.
But you feel like when you ready to bust
but when we're doing that, we want you to bust it open though. We
I feel like that's another thing.
But
I feel like that's such a.
I'm sorry, Ashley.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ashley.
Monetary is not what's gonna get me there.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about.
throw this lip gloss across the damn sky.
Let me turn
When you
my
say
mic
bust it open though,
straight.
that just means at any moment you ready.
No, he's just saying he wants to have sex in general. Like you should.
When he wants it.
He should right.
When he wants it, you should be down to do it, especially if you ain't got no words in the word about.
No matter what
That's crazy.
If you want your money,
really.
if you want your money to excite vagina, go get a prostitute.
Thank
Go
you.
to the strip club.
But we talk about this all the time. Money is I be the man. I be the main sponsperson. Like,
I'ma tell you
money's cute. It's cool, but what else?
Right.
But y'all like the 1% though. Y'all like the 0% really.
The 0.5.
Because if you on Instagram, if you on the radio, all the songs is saying I'm busting it open for the money.
And that's the world we live in.
That's why I feel like
propaganda.
that because every time
It's
he
fake
open his
news.
phone,
It's fake
it's a
news.
girl right on his face saying I'm gonna bust
But
it open.
we now see city girls
for the money.
Both of them heifers is in relationships and doing whatever the fuck, whatever submission they
Who's
need
in them asking them to do?
They doing a job.
Propaganda.
They're at work.
That's what I'm saying. But that's
they
what people
putting on a show.
understand.
All
Stop
that is
trying
show.
to live your life through fucking
artists.
But I also feel like I'm not fucking sexy red. I don't come from that type of era.
But
I don't.
I'm telling you why
I'm
he
not,
feel like
but
that as
I
a
don't-
man.
I'm just
But
saying
that's
this.
okay,
I'm
but you know
speaking
your
for the man who
partner,
can't
though.
speak right now.
Huh?
You know your partner though. Your partner's not a city girl, so
Yeah,
don't
real
treat her
talk.
like a city
Real
girl.
talk. Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I just feel like but I feel like when a girl is able to be in her most feminine self, then you would be more willing to bust it
make
open.
sure that yes, make sure
You know
that
what I'm saying?
I'm able to stay in my feminine.
But I feel like
energy,
in order for you to
absolutely.
be your feminine self, things have to be taken care of.
Yes, because then I feel
But that
like I'm
doesn't
putting my
always look
masculine
monetary
energy
though.
to-
That's what I
Right.
wish people
Right.
would
It's
understand.
things like them feeling
It
protected.
don't have to be that.
It's
Like, and
fold-
that's what
fold
I
the
think
clothes
that's
for
what
me one
gets
day.
me with the narrative that people run with. I don't have to, like monetary comfortability doesn't mean that I'm gonna be my most safe self. Nigga, you can pay for everything in this goddamn world, and I might not be safe.
And get what? You can walk outside and nigga slap the fuck out you.
Right.
And then I'm looking at you, who we finna slap? Cause I got to protect you.
Exactly.
Off the floor.
Exactly.
So
So
it's like, yeah.
I agree with you, Ash. It's not about the fucking
I
money.
agree too. But I just
Because a
think
girl
the
could be-
men just think that question he asks is just how most motherfuckers thinking.
And then
because
them
of
be the
what
main
music,
ones.
what they're looking at every day. It's what's
I-
being that she said she used the word narrative. That's the narrative that's being sold.
Yeah.
No. But it's also it goes both ways because I'm speaking for the people that's in the 1% that she hates because and because the niggas in the 1% they see how no women are fucking with niggas that's broke. So they're fighting over the 1%. What it is the guys that are 1% that know that women are fighting for them. They feel they can get away with murder. That's why I'm saying I know it's making her mad.
Really gets on my nerves because that's just common sense as a grown ass adult. You've been taught as a child, woman and man. Like even my mom taught me as a young girl, when you go out on dates, you better not ever go without no money.
Right.
Because you don't never know what the fuck gonna happen on that date. You may have to go Dutch. You may have to pay for both of y'all fucking. You don't know. Yeah. So don't ever nigga ask you to go out, you better have your own money too.
Facts.
So that's one thing. As a man, you've been taught you have to have money to play. Duh. You gotta have money to date.
Yeah.
Duh. You can't just go and be out here thinking you gonna find a bitch with talking.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, when you're thinking about marriage, no woman is thinking about marriage going into it and having to take care of her own self. Because if not, I don't have to fucking marry you. Why am I marrying you?
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's not. It doesn't mean that
I think men just play on that.
You to do
That's what I'm saying.
everything.
See, and not, I know I talked about my boy last week and I gave him kudos.
Shout out to my Kev. Man.
I gave him kudos, but he started this little dumb shit with these niggas thinking that, you know.
Talking about Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, that they're like, that I don't know. I don't even know how to get my words out because I'm just
saying he created a
high profile man.
He created guys.
And when we say high profile, this is air quotes because most of the men that listen to him are not high profile men. Those men that are high profile that he speaks of are not listening to Kevin Samuels.
But he also talk about the women, the men that women want. Because when he's talking to the women, you know what I'm saying? He's telling you, all right, this is the guy that you're describing. Now, this guy that you're describing, what it's going to take to really be with him probably ain't going to be what you can do or what you really want to do.
Which is true.
But this is what it takes to be able to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, from a female perspective, I be feeling like y'all don't be wanting to hear that. Like, y'all be like...
Okay, we ain't talking about that. We back to the money.
Back to the money. Go ahead. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Back to the moolah.
Back that whole thing, though, that whole money, whatever, if I'm spending
money
this amount
isn't everything, folks.
It isn't. And I wish that we would get over that hump. Like, we're over our 20s now.
And we got to stop praising people who has money.
Well, no, it's okay.
That's what it is.
It's okay
because
money
is not going to fix the communication issues that are in the relationship. They're not going to. It's going to put a Band-Aid on it. Don't get me wrong. You buy me something nice, I might be nice for 2 days.
It's really just going to make that.
But the root cause,
it enhances.
And you have to take it off eventually.
The root cause is not fixed,
and that's the problem. Like, why are we even talking? Why does that? All this even mix in like,
but do you think
relationship?
Do you look when you look back at
it ain't gonna
our
save your
grandparents,
relationship,
great grandparents, ancestors?
It wasn't about money had nothing to do with it.
Money kind of it was a reason why a lot of women were getting married for security reasons because women weren't
they weren't as independent. They didn't have access to jobs.
I see what you're saying.
And it's like now we're flipping. Because men took pride in being the providers and took pride in being able to take care of the home with the money.
This shit we playing in now is more than just providing.
Yeah, it is.
It's just more than having a house, making sure that things are paid for, and
that's
like it's got to be on the next level.
When you look at those grandmas and grandpas and all of them, a lot of those men weren't present with how that woman was feeling in the house. You know what I mean? It was literally a coexisting environment.
Right.
I go home. I mean, I go make the money, bring it home. You make sure you take care of the house, take care of the kids.
Right.
Was there really a loving environment? I feel like now in this generation, we're cultivating a whole different space.
I agree.
With different level of love. Like women,
I agree.
Women are doing their thing now. You know what I mean? We're coming. We're equally coming together with something to the table.
See, you're not as dependent on a man.
Right.
And it's not, and that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? And I think that men sometimes. I wish that we would. I don't know. I just wish that all black people can just go to a town hall meeting. We just all
sit down. Let's talk about this. Let's kumbaya about this real quick, please.
That's a fact, though.
I think this is what men don't consider is the fact that the reason why they were the providers and all that is because women literally had absolutely no rights.
Absolutely.
You know,
that's a fact.
That's exactly why.
And you know, that's one thing I don't agree with Kevin because he will come in and say like, you know, you got your little degree. What that mean? Which it does not mean, but you know, degree to a man, that's not what he looks for. We get it.
He's saying that because most majority of these women are looking to be a housewife. So he's saying, what's the point of getting a degree?
If you just want to sit at home.
That's true.
That's why he's saying that.
That's true.
So if you sit here, I got a PhD. That's why he put he hit that button.
Yeah,
I got a PhD.
Uh-huh.
Because you saying that as if that means something. That means like I should have this caliber of man.
Right.
But it don't if you don't want to work. So the degree was pointless.
Right.
So why are you using that as a tactic on why you should be getting somebody that makes $100,000?
We just have to change the way we present that though.
Yeah.
Because it's like we were talking about earlier. I want to be soft as much as I can be.
Please.
But if I need to carry us, baby, I got it.
I got it. Yeah.
And
the safety net.
I can go and get it. Yeah, but like you said though,
net.
that I think sometimes it's like a double-edged sword, because I think as women we've came so far, but we use it as a weapon to come when we're talking, like when we want to be courted by a man. Like, nigga, hello. But it also is like, okay, as a man and a real nigga, I don't
care about that.
Yeah,
But that's why I don't care about it.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
The reason we don't care about how much money you make because you're not spending no money anyway.
Well, hold on, nigga.
Am I lying? I ain't talking disrespectful.
They say anyway.
Think about it.
No, because when you think about it,
providing.
No, nigga. Guess what? If I got the money, you got the money. That's double the money in the house.
Double it.
I'm with you.
No. It's a one-up, like the mushroom on Mario.
Okay, well, if that, look, what I'm saying is, if that's the case, if what you're saying is true, then more women should be okay with doing 50-50.
No.
You can't
have both sides.
There are some bitches out here. Gabrielle Union, your favorite couple. Gabrielle Union going 50-50 with the Wayne right now as we speak. She is 50-50 with a fucking NBA star.
All I'm saying is you can't use the independent route knowing that you want to not pay for nothing.
But I don't feel like you.
It's what I'm saying.
Nobody
at the end of the day.
Do you have some trauma that you need to speak about?
We're talking about the same. We talking about the same topic.
Do most women y'all don't want to pay for nothing?
Most women don't want to pay for nothing.
I'm married. I'm gonna say this.
But they want to use.
She married.
I'll
What she
say
got to
this
say?
as a
All
man.
I'm saying.
I'll say this as a married woman. Someone said it earlier. I need to be a safety net.
Right.
I want to know. I've been in this situation where there was layoffs at a job. And thank God I was making fucking money.
Right.
And he thanked God I was making fucking money because I was able to take care of everything that needed to be taken care of when the folks
And
let you
for me
go.
Imagine being with somebody who
That
can't
don't
do that.
work.
Who don't work.
What do you do? That's more stress. That's more stress on a man mentally.
Most guys want that. They would want a secondary income. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. But
there are sometimes men that come with a sense of arrogance. Like when you talk to him, you know, sometimes you'll hear niggas like, okay, you got a degree and
respect that, please.
No, but if you go back, you understand why he's saying and.
No, ain't no and. Ain't no and, nigga.
Respect it.
Ain't no and because guess what? If you were by yourself and you didn't have a partner, you would have to figure it out. But guess what? The benefit of having a partner, if you lose your job. Why do niggas act like COVID never happened?
No. Okay.
Why do motherfuckers act like niggas did not lose? A lot of people was losing. Fortune 500 companies were losing their jobs.
You're right.
These are niggas that never seen this coming into play and thought that this was going to be their career for their lifespan.
Right.
Thank God they got.
Well, me personally, I want mine to be like working and getting that second income. Fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because we able to build, stack, buy more land, buy more shit.
Listen, you said the word.
Marriage is a business too. Like
Yes.
y'all better use these numbers and y'all better know what how to use these taxes.
Well, and I think I
tax
will
breaks.
say that kind of goes. Like now that I'm getting older, it does make me cringe that I don't need a man. And I used to be that girl. But I feel like, you know, as we get older, equally, we both need each other.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that anybody should be saying that they don't need shit because it's not a flex no more.
And I think also too, like the goal is like, okay, both of us working. Where we going with this shit? Are we going to never have to work again? Or we got them just about to be working? Because that ain't, for me personally, why I'm saying I I'm not mad at my girl working because I'm the type of nigga like we gonna be strategizing on some shit every day. What are we buying? What's the assets we getting? Because guess what? The goal is always for me. This me personally. Is just freedom. Yeah. Not to be working. Babe, you want to go to Mexico tomorrow? Yep. You want to go do this tomorrow? You want to go fly over to Italy? Let's go shopping. Those are the and you get to do those things while you working, but the goal is to just be able to live. Just do what you want to do. It's just say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And you might look, well, no, even if you $1 million nigga and you doing that and you a ball player, you still going to work every day. Right. You still got to go to work. Yeah. But I think the goal is to get to that point to, and for everybody that didn't make it to the league, some niggas need to get with their girls and build some shit so they can be like old boy in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I agree. I mean,
I'm with building.
Yeah. I just, like I said, I just want all black and women. Brown. Yeah, we just need to all go to a town hall meeting and come with all ears open, all hearts clear, and be open to what people are saying. Because I think there's just such a big disconnect in our community with marriages, relationships. Like it's just so people just really stuck in their own ways or not open enough to want to be like, okay, let me see this person from this lens or this side of the fence. Because people just think it's their way and it's only their way.
Yeah. Man, I think
people also don't think of their trauma. We need to start,
and that's a big thing
within,
too.
Because that's the bigger issue.
And then in marriage, sometimes you don't even know that person has those traumas until certain situations surface. So
talk about it.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot. Yeah, it does. People change, people grow, and are you able to deal with the change and the growth?
And
are we able to communicate through the change and the growth?
Yes, Lord.
Are we able to grow through the communication?
Y'all go get therapy with y'all significant others?
I would be
therapy is
10 toes down about it. And I think also couples need to do separate therapy. Because as your individual, you're growing separately from your partner.
And that's what I mean as far as people grow. Yeah. Sometimes they grow apart.
Yeah.
One person may not be growing and the other one is. And that creates dissension throughout a relationship.
And I put this on men too, though. We have to learn our value outside of what you said, monetary. Because that's what it is.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest downfalls of like black men too, because you're already the enemy in every other arena in the world. And money is of the power for y'all. And it's good to be a black man with money. That's great. It's amazing. But that is not the end all be all. And sometimes that's not. And if your money is what's attracting a woman, you don't want that woman. That if she's only attracted to you for your money, that's not who you want. And I think men have to understand that because they get so wrapped up in what's
the lustful eye.
But
the lustful eye
also have to be value outside of monetary too. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel like the
emotional security,
the emotional, like the support, the support. Like I feel
that's big.
I feel like the things that men do, like build shit. Like that's not celebrated. Like
absolutely,
men that can go back in and build you a whole patio.
Yeah,
like or do shit like that. They ain't really like celebrated like that. It's like it's really like. What's up?
This camera's not staying on no more.
It's completely off. It's probably your battery.
Could be the battery.
The battery probably dead this time.
Every time I cut it on, it go right back off.
Hold on, before
y'all had one battery or two.
Is it the same battery as mine?
I took your charger out.
Because I was going to say maybe one.
I got another battery.
One was charged. Plug it up and see if it does.
It's celebrating, Nigel.
The lumber man.
I got to go get another battery for it.
The Bronny boy.
It ain't celebrated on Instagram. Oh, I ain't trying to be funny, but that's what it needs to be.
And that's why all these niggas think they got to like.
Instagram, what you need?
What?
Wait, what's not celebrated on Instagram?
I don't need it.
And see, they talk about women that want.
It's not about being validated. What I'm saying is, I don't know. Hear me out. Let me finish. What I'm saying is, okay, for average 20, for the average 17, 18, 19, 20, I'm talking to the young folks. They're looking at it. Hear me out. Hear me out, bro. Hear me what I'm saying.
People like me.
I'm finna switch the subject for a second, but it's gonna kind of like correlate with what I'm saying. So if you the average 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old girl, what are you looking at on Instagram? I'm looking at probably Jada Waiter, honestly. I'm just putting her name out there. So if you're looking at that, that's what you're glorifying. Now, she's with the biggest rapper. Lil Baby. That life has been glorified. Again, BBLs, doing this, doing all that. Everything paid for. You ain't got to pay for nothing. It's being provided. That's what's being promoted, is what I'm saying. What should be promoted is the niggas that can build from scratch, that can goddamn change a light bulb, know how to change your tire, can goddamn
the functional stuff,
the shit that really matter, the shit that you really care about, like the shit that you ain't gotta call your daddy for. Like that's not being promoted. What's being promoted is you ain't gotta pay for nothing. And you know what I'm saying? Like you just come as you are. Like
I busted open for a Birkin bag,
and I
make sure my bills paid.
Instead of saying I busted open if you can build this shit in my backyard, like that's what I'm saying. But that right. But we all following the same rules in the spiritual world. Like that's what's on there.
Some people don't.
And a lot of and we all listening to the same rest of shit that's on the radio.
Yeah,
that's those are the same themes that are.
Yeah, you can't avoid that. When you get off work at 5 o'clock and you turn on V103, Sexual Ed is on.
And we gotta realize to the radio. You talking about the average person, right?
Yeah, I'm talking the average person.
Yeah, the average person. We not the average motherfucker.
If you're allowing music, if you're allowing Sexy Red and them to influence.
Oh, they are.
Your entire life.
They're definitely upset that she went to high school and went to somebody random high school and performed outside high school. And
they
all
her
the
out
kids.
She was,
had all the kids coming out there.
She smelled like weed.
She probably poured up smoke.
And your ass going to high school don't need to be pulling up to the school smelling like fucking weed.
That's a fact.
What
common
the hell?
sense.
Like, that's one thing. That's another thing that
they're trying to normalize that shit, and there's nothing normal about that. It's not okay.
I don't know if you remember that it was also people, teachers were mad. Well, people were mad on Instagram because they picked her to come to a pep rally, and they felt like her music was too explicit.
It is absolutely Sexy Red shouldn't be at a school at all.
To bring her to a pep rally.
Nobody should have brought her. But I mean, I get it.
That's a top official. That ain't the kids saying, "Hey, I want Sexy Red."
Yeah.
That's the principal saying, "Hey, all right, cool. We cool with Sexy Red coming on, and we gonna listen to about."
Yeah, that's wild for it's wild for them to even
what
bring
school
Sexy
was
Red
that?
Yeah,
it was. I don't know what school
city,
it was.
what state?
It was in Georgia. It's in Atlanta.
Yeah,
really?
She came to a high school.
Of course, you know we with the bullshit.
Everybody in the gym.
We are unhinged here.
They going crazy. The kids can go crazy for Sexy Red. It's just what it is. Like, because they listen to that when they're not in school, and they listen to that.
They listen to it at school, in the hallways.
So it's like, but it's like, it's not.
Some of the teachers might be playing it too.
I did listen to Trina and Lil' Kim. So. But what nobody
and guess what? That message was around and they was talking that same shit. Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj. I need that bag. And you can get that.
And also, like the kids didn't have as much access to that type of stuff back then.
Yeah,
it was.
It wasn't no Instagram.
You had to see it on TV, or it wasn't Instagram. It wasn't. I can look at it. You know,
or
unless
even
I had
follow
a PC
this person and see what they're
see
doing
on
and
a
feel
daily
connected
basis.
to them.
No.
Yeah.
So I just think times are different.
It is.
And
You had to ask your mama, can you watch 106 in Park?
Yeah, it's really up to the parents.
But I did have to sneak to watch like
certain things.
Uncut.
You're right. I was about to say.
Oh yeah.
Uncut.
You'll wake up.
Flavor Love.
That's crazy. When you back in that day, you used to wake up. The pastor wake you up at 2 in the morning.
Screaming in
right,
the
with the infomercial. So about 6
That's
o'clock.
when the TV used to cut off. That shit used to just cut off.
Yeah, it used to just be. Yeah, that's
Just
crazy.
static.
Yeah. It used to not be anything that came on like in between that 3 to 4 o'clock, 3 to 5 o'clock hour. Like it was nothing that came on TV.
Either
that
or
they give you all the ass you want to see. Then they give you a preacher to goddamn.
He used to
repent
out of me.
So you can repent and then
from
you
the
go to
tip
bed.
drill.
All right, repent from the tip drill.
Wait a minute.
And go to bed.
So wait, nobody watch Real Sex?
Yes.
I watched Real Sex.
Of course.
Watch that.
That's crazy.
No. I had to find out from the streets.
Yeah, most people. Most of our kids, that's how they find out in the streets.
They find out on TikTok.
The hard way.
Ain't nobody really talking about the birds and the bees?
No.
I've never had that conversation.
Not for real.
Not in our.
Ain't nobody send you down talking about, let's talk about sex.
My mom had it with me, but it was real half-ass, I think.
Yeah, my mom literally told me, I don't know if you fucking or not, but you gonna get on birth control before you go to college. That was her way of saying.
She's like, you're not bringing no baby in this house.
Yeah. Don't bring no child in here while you in college.
See, I don't know about y'all, but when I was in school, I actually had sex education.
We did. We did.
Oh, okay.
That shit was watered down.
Hey, what do
It
y'all
was only
think about?
7 days of
What do
in
y'all
health
think
class.
about like the sex education in the school now? Like
They're
you
not
know they
doing
do.
it.
They don't do it.
No, in some
They
schools,
do.
yes they do.
They do.
In some schools they do like same sex You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they doing the gay shit?
It's very non-binary.
Well, I mean, times are changing.
They're showing like boy to boy, man to man, like
they showing butt sex.
Absolutely.
Send home permission.
With the
slips.
transgender movement and all this, like the pronoun, like they added more pronouns. Like it's like if you were
what?
It's like
they showed them even with the like how they would teach us how to like put the condom on. Like they do all that same shit for the boy to boy shit too.
Some of these teachers are like
whatever,
making it like they putting that in they plan. Like I'm finna show y'all because I done seen a couple of them like. I seen a parent that was upset because she felt like her teacher of her son or daughter or whatever was teaching like the transgender pronouns and all that stuff.
They have to though.
In some of the schools they have to.
Today they have to.
You have to.
Because if
it
not,
was a whole thing with the parents going crazy on the school because they kids was in the same school with the and they were teaching same sex.
But you have to.
Education.
You have to. If not, they're gonna stumble across it and be curious.
Right
anyway.
here in the A, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck?
Yeah, times have just changed.
It's just different, bro.
Honestly, it's just
you got, or you just keep your
I think now,
but they send a thing home to let you know, like this is what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be doing sex education tomorrow.
As a parent, you can ask for. So if you want your child involved in it, you can. If not, you have a conversation with them on your own. But I mean that's definitely a thing. I have to like with me being in mental health in the middle school, like this is the era where a lot of kids are starting to like transition or. You may have like your gay girls are dressed like boys, look very masculine, that type of thing. And I have to be very now. I don't necessarily have any kids at my school that do. I have one child that does pronouns, but anybody that does identify as gay, they're just pretty much her. She, her, and he, him. Nobody is changing their pronouns, but one student. Gay. Yes. I have one that you have to identify her.
Are they
as,
trans?
Excuse me, they say in them.
Is it a transgender though? Do you feel like
them is not a transgender, but I think that they them is
like
trying
maybe
to
androgyny. Got a little androgyny going
they them has to use a non-binary bathroom.
Or
Oh, y'all got that?
I have one.
Or in between.
Right. So it's, when I say non-binary, it's just the bathroom that doesn't say man or woman.
It's the one with the man and the woman on the side.
Yeah.
You can go in either or.
Now I seen the one with the kids, man and woman, like the one where you could change
family bathroom.
Family bathroom, but now they gonna have the transgender bathroom or the. The question mark.
That's a big beef that's going on too. Like,
I was gonna say I don't know how I feel about that.
If
in the schools,
it's crazy for the men to be able to go into the women's bathroom. Like, so they having a whole like. I think something in North Carolina somewhere, one of those buildings they were building. They were fighting. A lot of people were fighting it too because if a man is in a women's bathroom, like all women not gonna be comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, the sick ass world that we live in, it can get deep.
Yeah.
People can go in and not even be transgender and just
go in the men's.
Right.
And that's the part that you have
That's the part that gets scary.
And then he's looking at.
Yeah. That's the part that gets scary.
Right.
That's where it gets weird at.
Right.
For sure.
That's my mom, y'all. See what
Hi, Mom. That is not your mom coming in looking like that.
Yeah, right.
That's his mom.
Wow. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Got them legs up.
Mom is doing it.
Yeah.
Period, Mom.
Hey, what's up? You want to say what's up?
Step in. Come on, let him see you, Mom.
Come on.
Get in here, look amazing.
Hey, Mama.
Y'all, this is Nigel's mom.
This is my mom, y'all. Y'all say what's up to my mom.
Serving super black girl magic. Serving black girl magic.
I know that's right. We don't necessarily have to go in there. I mean, I think we did fairly well on that.
You want in on here?
The mirror.
Yeah, that's sibling.
Yeah, we can.
I don't gotta.
She like that sibling shit.
Yeah, we can end it.
Okay, that's fine. You want to go to the BC corner? You got something?
Yeah, clean your colon.
Detox.
Hot top. That should have been hot top.
DC's corner.
Clean your damn colon.
Yeah, for real.
So a lot of y'all don't know that a lot of the sicknesses and diseases and all the other stuff
sitting right in the intestines.
Yes. It starts from the colon because
in the villa.
A lot of the years that y'all been eating McDonald's and Wendy's and shit, that shit it sits on your colon, right? So what happens is when you don't clean your colon, all the bacteria and stuff that's on your colon, it goes into your bloodstream. When it goes to your bloodstream, that's when you start getting these illnesses and all these things that the doctor says, oh, you need this pill, you need that pill, you need that pill. So now you're taking 10 pills and it's making your condition worse.
So cleaning colons look like, or you need to do.
So that's what I was talking about earlier. Just like from time to time, just fat, man. I think everybody, man, look, you want to do yourself a service, like my boy was saying, clean your colon. A great way to do that is, man, stop eating.
Okay, hold on.
We gotta start.
Let me ask you. Wait.
Go a little deeper. We got to really start adding fasting into our.
Let me ask a very realistic question, though.
Yes.
If you mentally cannot fast, because it takes a lot to be able to fast and literally not eat, right?
Right.
So if you can't, if you're not there yet,
right?
What do you do in the process? Is it upping the fiber intake and not eating meat? Is it because there's steps? Everybody can't just go cold turkey and not eat.
That's an absolute truth. So I think there are levels to fasting, right? And I think there are different like steps you can take, right? So I'll give you this. You can do something I feel like most people can probably do is a raw food fast. We talking about so some people do more extended, more crazier things like just water, right?
Is that the first step?
No, that's not the first step. No, I got you. So you don't want to do water. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying, if that's your first time fasting, because that's going to be tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just drinking juices, that's going to be tough, right?
Yes.
Juice cleanser.
But I think something that could be easy for people, if we're talking about fasting, is raw food fasting. And I do think it's,
but for somebody with diabetes, okay?
They got diabetes.
Somebody that has diabetes that's eating. Right. Well, yes. What I'm saying is some of that is not sustainable for everyone, right? Right off bat.
Right.
So is it just eliminating certain food? I think it's eliminating certain foods, fasting from certain foods first.
And adding certain things too. Because a lot of times with a lot of these diseases, it is also what BC talking about, but it's also the food he's talking about eating don't got no nutrition in it. So a lot of these diseases too is because your body is just you look big and healthy, like you know what I'm saying, but you're malnourished. Yeah, you don't have no nutrients running through your system either. So that causes disease in the body or dis-ease in the body as well, because with the food, that type of food he was talking about, that's dead food. It don't got nothing in it.
Right, the processed stuff.
Yeah, it has nothing in it.
So eliminating, that's what I mean.
Eliminating the
just
processed
for someone
food,
who's never fasted before. Eliminate your processed foods first.
Yes,
try that first for 7 to 14 days.
Right,
and then you can get into the more extreme, like a raw food diet, because a lot of people don't eat raw foods at all.
And you don't even have to go that hard. You can just do, man, some people do like, you ever heard this thing called raw till 4? Where they just eat all
kind of like intermittent, almost like intermittent fasting.
Like an intermittent fasting, right? But you just eating raw fruits and vegetables until your evening meal. Where
just
you might
to reset
have a
your
meal,
system.
right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's so many levels, you know what I'm saying? If you need some work or some help with that, like, man, reach out to me. I'll help you out with that.
I'll be reaching out soon.
Like I can, but she's right though. Everybody can't do a raw food fast.
Yeah, I mean, because I think it's about being I think changing your lifestyle is really about. We make it cold. When we speak about it, we make it a lot of cold.
We make it sound like it's cold,
and it's not right.
Because it's not. It don't have to be that way.
The average person that doesn't do what we do, that is not sustainable.
Right.
And so we have to figure out. The problem is figuring out. How can I do this in a sustainable manner to where I can continue to do it?
Yeah.
So
and I don't mentally check out ahead of time before I even try
to do it
because it just sounds too hard.
Right. I get it.
You know what I mean?
It's different levels to it. Yeah. So there are ways you can do that, but I mean that would be we're gonna go another hour or two for real because it's a lot of ways you can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways you can do that, but I think. Just going back to what BC said, a great way to do that is eliminate them processed foods. All that fast food shit, like that shit is terrible.
And a great way to eliminate processed foods is when you go to the grocery store, start in the produce section, right? Yes. Anything that's packaged that you got to tear open, that's processed
on it.
Right? That's processed.
That's a fact.
It has to be preserved.
Right. And if you're gonna go with packaged foods, right? Look at the label, right?
Learn to read a label.
Learn to read a label.
Important.
I know it's hard for a lot of y'all to read, but read the label, bro. And you want to go with the things with the least ingredients.
Yes.
If they got all this shit that you can't pronounce, carbon monoxide, 2 times,
Even the no sugar, no fat stuff, because those are really the ones that you have to look out for.
Yes, yes.
Or natural flavors.
Right.
Anything you see
That's
with
a
natural
trick.
flavor,
What's
that's
that?
bullshit.
That's a
Because what
trick.
is that?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the natural flavor?
That natural
I
flavor
need
shit
to
is a
know.
trick.
It's
Don't
the
fall for that.
it's the
Propaganda.
preservative bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact: if it's raspberry flavor and it says natural flavors, I guarantee you it's beaver pea. That is the natural flavor that makes that raspberry flavor.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're right. She's right.
That's crazy.
Simply lemonade.
Shit.
Oregon killer.
22 grams of
I said
added
this last
sugar.
episode, bro. Anything that says natural flavors ain't natural.
Yeah, you did.
Not at all.
Don't fall for the okie doke, y'all.
Yeah. So what Ashley was talking about, man, one thing you could do is start replacing some of the things that you're eating. Like, okay, so let's say you wake up in the morning and McDonald's is you getting the Mc whatever it is, breakfast sandwich and
McGriddle.
in the McGriddle or whatever it is. Like, replace that and do this on a regular with a smoothie. That's a perfect change you can make. Or have you a juice or start your
Or
day
just
off
go
with some
get an
fruits.
English muffin. Change it from a biscuit with butter
Well, see,
on
the
it
problem with our
to an
people,
English muffin.
I'm gonna even go past that. Like, we gotta go a little. Our people, we sick, bruh. So the English mush, man, people need to add more whole foods. Man, fuck
Whole
that muffin,
foods.
man. I'm telling you, you need some whole food. You need some, man. Fuck a muffin. Eat an apple, bro.
I agree, but I'm saying like everybody doesn't have. Well, they have
Because
access,
most people eat
but
way
everybody
too much
doesn't
bread. So if you
understand
gonna have that muffin in the morning,
I
what
get-
else you gonna
I get
eat?
that much.
So what's the next meal? Muffin in the morning, then what?
I might have a salad for lunch. I got fiber
Okay.
for lunch.
Okay.
What I'm saying, I don't get caught up in the carb issue of it, right?
No, it's not a carb.
I'm
It's-
thinking
it's not the carb
I'm
part,
just
though.
thinking the healthier alternative to something because some people don't have access, some people don't know, some people don't. So
Kroger's
it's
on every
easy to-
corner.
Period.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
It's
I think
about
Ashley's
you
just
guys.
saying-
It's
That's not
about
normal.
being.
That's right.
It's
That's a
about
fact.
being
Easing into it.
sustainable.
Being able to ease into where then once you hit
What
one level,
works
But I
you
think
can go to
that-
the
okay,
next.
Some
when I
people
say-
can't afford
So that's an easy
right
too.
now to go
hold on,
completely organic,
I'ma go-
completely
Bro,
vegan,
apples
completely.
is $2.99.
Grapes is $8.
I don't know if
Instead of having bread and meat for breakfast, have that in the evening or the afternoon. Start your day off with fruit.
Exactly.
Is a great way to
You
start
always wanna
cleaning out
start
your
that.
system. Absolutely.
We know that,
Hold on, we was
but
talking
does
about
do the
But that's why-
masses know
that's
that?
why we're
That's what I'm
talking about
talking
it here.
about.
We
We
talked
teaching
about
the masses.
we talked about it earlier. You disagree with me when I was saying that eating healthy is expensive.
It's
Nah.
very expensive.
I definitely disagree with you.
I
Yeah,
disagree as well.
He disagree with me.
It
on
is
that.
expensive.
Hey, you can go buy a motherfucking pound of sweet potatoes for $5. You know what you can do with that?
You can do a lot of
Yeah,
things.
you can do a lot.
A lot of things.
You can do a lot of things.
I'm just
but
saying,
you
y'all,
gotta
y'all,
be- but
but
you
the
gotta-
y'all
average-
having a full plate of fucking mac and cheese, greens,
So what we need to
bread.
what we need to be preaching is the outlets to find out how to do this stuff. Everybody doesn't know to do that. Everybody
That's
is
why
not
we
gonna
here.
hit-
That's why we talking about it. Yeah.
Right, but the people that are watching,
Oh, you right.
you got to
You right.
find something sustainable. It's not so easy for them to switch.
So that's why I'm saying if you start your day off with fruit versus any type of like breads or
You should
meats
definitely start
or
off with
cheeses,
fibrous
this is sustainable. Like I just
How hard is it to eat an apple orange in the morning? How hard is it?
or a smoothie.
It's not. It's a mental thing for people. That the mental switch has to happen first.
They gotta
Y'all are
be-
used. All I'm saying is
You gotta
we are
be
used
used
to
to it.
doing
You
that.
But also,
You gotta-
too, I mean,
so-
also too, you have to look at it. You all are now y'all are at the final piece of you.
Right.
And
But
what
that's
you
how I
wanna do
started.
in
But
it.
that's how I started
So-
out. I didn't just jump into veganism. I didn't
Yeah.
just jump into being plant based.
And that's
I
all I'm
eliminated
saying
things
is-
slowly and surely
Right.
out of my system.
Right.
So instead of
I
I think
eating,
that's what she
That's
just
all
said.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
a
Yeah.
It's like you
sustainable
all
way
weren't-
to do it.
You didn't
and I'm
jump
giving
out the womb
advice
being
from
vegan.
that moment, not now who I
Gotcha.
am now. I'm
Gotcha.
giving you advice from when I first started.
Gotcha.
I changed my breakfast. That was one of the first things I started doing.
Because that's the most important shit. Like what you
Right.
put in your body when you first wake up,
Yeah.
it's the most important.
So a lot of people don't even eat breakfast.
No, they don't.
Bro, you know how many of my clients come to me working out and they be like, I ain't ate yet. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have-
You gonna
And,
pass out.
and that's why you're not
They
losing
so
weight
worried
because
about
your
getting there on
metabolism
time.
is
That's the
thrown
first thing
off.
they think about. I need to make sure I get to the
Let
gym
me,
on
let me
time.
talk about that too, right? It's a misconception, right? Y'all,
You gotta eat to
the more
speed up your
obese, the more obese
metabolism.
people, right? Y'all think that not eating is gonna make you lose weight. No. What happens is you
Just gonna
trick.
hold on to the fat.
You're tricking your body. Now your body's saying, okay, your body's going into defense mode, or we're starving. So now let's store this fat for energy. That's what's happening. You need to eat more. You're gonna lose more weight. You want to lose weight, eat more.
And for the people that think they can't eat
of the right things,
the fruits and vegetables, and be full, or eating more whole foods and being full, you got to eat more of that food. You got to eat more of
water. It's gonna make you full.
You'll get full. You just got to eat more of it, because people are like, oh, I had the fruits, but I still be hungry. You know what I'm saying? I was like, one, your body just it's cravings. Number one, it ain't that you're not hungry. You're dehydrated, and your body is craving the bullshit you didn't that you usually have. You know what I'm saying?
Or you got too much sugar in your system, and your GLP-1s are not working properly. They're telling you you're hungry, and you're really not hungry.
Talk that talk.
So
yeah, we gotta have like a whole
we can get deep.
on this. You know what I'm saying?
We can get deep on it, but
Actually, like, can you talk about, like, before you even switch your diet, like getting blood work and understanding what your blood is doing?
Absolutely.
Because I was talking to someone the other day, and he was telling me about a woman who didn't even realize that she had an autoimmune issue, where the vegetables and fruit she was eating was actually making her sick. So she had to go to an all meat diet, and now she's like perfectly healthy.
So I'll get a little transparent with you guys. I have a condition called PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome has flipped my life upside down as a health advocate, right? There are ways to reverse it depending on which type of PCOS you have. I've been told that my A1C was high. I don't eat a whole lot of sugar, right? Come to find out, it was my coffee. Not even realizing that how it was processing through my body, my GLP-1, I'm thinking I'm hungry. And I wasn't. I think but the one thing that helped me was getting that blood work done and seeing all of my levels and seeing what nutrients I was missing, what nutrients I wasn't getting, making sure that I'm getting enough. Let's talk about that too. Make sure that you get enough protein within an hour of waking up in order to keep your blood levels, your glucose levels proper. You need to be getting at least 30 grams of protein within the first hour of waking up. That's going to change your life. Why? Because it's satiating. You don't have as many cravings throughout the day. You don't have, because it sits with you and it gives you the nutrients that you need. But I think blood work, if you're having any type of acne, weight gain, I'm dieting, I'm working out, but I still can't figure out what's going on. I'm losing hair. I'm stressed. I have really bad anxiety. And I don't know why. You need to get your blood levels checked, because your blood levels will tell you, your body's going to tell you exactly what it needs. But these doctors, when you go to the doctor's office, they're not telling you, let's do blood work. You have to go in and basically tell them, do my fucking blood work today. You have to be your own advocate.
Yeah.
And you have to ask them for those levels, because
they
sometimes
don't like to do it either. They don't like to take your blood.
They don't.
It's a lot.
They don't.
Because at that point you kind of might not need them no more. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, but at the same time, they're trying to get medicine. They're trying to get billed, get paid. Every time I go to the doctor's office, it still doesn't make sense to me why I have to pay for a follow up.
Yeah,
like it just, you know what I mean? Like, you saw me one time. We know what the issue is.
Yeah.
But now I have to pay a $40 copay to come see you again to tell me how I'm doing. That's crazy. Just make sure that when you do go, you're going to the doctor, but get your blood work and do the research on what these things are, so you know what your body needs and what you need to purge. That's the easiest way to get your body back right on a cellular level. We're not talking about just how you feel. It starts with the cells.
Period.
Cut.
Blood work.
It's saying some shit I ain't never seen.
What it say?
Hold on. Look at that. It's on? But look what it's saying.
Oh, I see what it's saying. Hold on.
What'd it say?
Hurry up, I gotta pee.
He's like, I gotta use it again.
God damn it.
That's them Jeter Riddles. A nutrition and dietitian?
I don't ask them more questions.
So a primary care physician can most definitely help you out with that.
Go ahead and go. She's gonna just put on individual while she talk.
Your gynecologist can most definitely help you out with that. PCOS is more hormonal. So I would most definitely want to go to someone like a gynecologist or an OB that can actually read hormonal levels. Doctors can read hormonal levels too, but they're not gonna. Yeah, your primary care, but. Yeah, definitely get you. You can look into a dietitian. They can also help you with that. It comes down to diet. You can reverse a lot of this stuff with your diet.
Period.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not eating the right things. Sometimes you're just not getting enough of other things.
The nutrients.
Right? So with my situation, I was just fluctuating in weight a lot. And I didn't understand why. I don't do a lot of sugar. I'm not doing any unhealthy saturated fats. I'm not doing, but I had a whole bunch of symptoms that I just didn't I didn't understand why it was happening. I work out a lot. I'm
gonna ask you this too. How did you find out about that?
So
that you was diagnosed.
So for me, I missed the cycle. In my journey with PCO, I knew I wasn't pregnant, but my journey with PCOS has been wild. I got diagnosed at first at 14 years old. And back then, the first thing that they did, and the only thing really that they did, was put me on birth control. And what birth control does is it covers up, it gives you progesterone, which is what you're missing. Possibly,
But what did they tell you? They say it's going to regulate your hormones?
It's going to regulate your hormones because they're giving you the actual synthetic hormone to replace what you're not getting,
like
right?
The
so
fake
it's just
ass vitamins in your milk,
right?
Synthetic.
Exactly. So it's just masking the symptoms. It's taking away the cramps, and it may not be, missing a period. It may not be facial hair. It may not be like. It could literally just be heavy periods or painful periods, and you don't know why this is happening. So I just think that, like I said, that blood work is really gonna allow you to figure out exactly what's going on, so that you can take the steps to heal. Because it's about a healing internally. Your hormones are constantly gonna change.
Right.
I'm getting older, so I understand why mine are changing. But it came along with a lot of symptoms that didn't seem right. And I realized that I had like higher testosterone levels, higher, I work out, I lift heavy ass weight. That's why I have higher testosterone levels. I can lift heavier weight. But it came into, once I got my diet together, I started to see things level out. And it takes time. It really does. But it took me to go to 4 or 5 different doctors as well to figure it out. Because the first thing they want to do is put you on birth control. So after being on birth control for up until I had my son, I was like in 2015. After pregnancy, I was fine. Of course, my hormone levels leveled themselves all the way out. It wasn't until September of last year where I skipped a period and knew I wasn't pregnant, where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Something's not right. When a woman is not having a period, something's wrong.
Right.
Even on birth control.
Yep.
And so I had
regular too.
I had an IUD after my son, which was long-term birth control for people who don't know what the IUD is. And I was on it for about 6 years. And then when I had it replaced, they put me on a lower hormonal dosage. And then I started having some crazy symptoms. And I thought it was the actual brand. Come to find out, they just put me on a lower doses of birth control. So the hormones that my body actually needed was given to me in the first one, but when they put me on the lower dosage, I wasn't getting what I needed. So symptoms started to
flare.
And I was concerned about that. So when I went to the doctor and explained everything that was going on, I made them do thorough blood work, because you ask for just certain things. They'll just give you 5 or 6 different tests. And I got a sheet full. And I was able to go through and figure out what was going on, what I needed, what I don't need. Blood work is serious. Go get your blood work done and let them read your blood work back to you.
Yeah.
And then if the doctors are not willing to do what they need to do, go find a dietitian to help you get where you need to be, because I agree with you. It's all about diet.
That's it, man. Everything we do. I don't even think we can talk about mental health until we start talking about the food we putting in the chemicals that we putting in our body. Like, I just don't even understand how we have like mental health conversations, but we eating donuts and shit that got all this shit in it, or drinking these red colorful drinks that got all these chemicals in it, and don't think your mental health gonna be a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? So before we can talk about mental health, we gotta talk about
what we're putting
in our temple, man. Period.
Brain.
Like, that's even, man, everything.
Don't forget about them hot Cheetos with that red.
Man,
red
all
40.
That, right. That red
Please
number 40, yellow number
red 40
30.
That's some Atlanta shit, though. Like, niggas just love that shit, bro, regardless. What I want to say, though, before we end everything, though, I think that this is very important, and this is something that I kind of wanted to bring to our show anyway. Just outside of like what's going on in the world, but just making sure that everybody is healthy at the other day. Because we all know statistics shows that women live longer than men. Mm-hmm. And I think that has a lot to do with how we exercise, what we eat, how we go about our day. I feel like women are more on top of it than we are.
Right.
And that's why we're happy to have y'all on the show, because this kind of helps us kind of like...
and it's different too, not to cut your wisdom, but with black men and white men, like black men we carry a lot of stress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We holding on to a lot of, we walk around very...
Yeah. Black people in general, we need to really step it up as far as nutrition goes, because it's us and how we've been raised, what our grandparents were cooking, what our parents were cooking.
And so that stuff was cool for them, right? But you ain't getting the same chicken your grandma had.
Right, it's different now.
You know why? Because the bacon they was eating and the cows they was eating was really just only eating grass.
I mean, honestly, just speaking after COVID with the short supply chain, you got to watch what you're eating. This stuff is not the same as it was 2-3 years ago. So,
and we got to have each other back. And not even just talking about health, but just in general, like we were talking about earlier with the relationship stuff, like all of this coincide with each other. Like I feel like it's too much against each other and not
competition.
It's competition, not
over
just
camaraderie.
Instead of camaraderie, right?
Yeah.
I feel like with the camaraderie, it goes down to how we live in relationships, how we eat, how we consume things, how we spend time with each other. A lot of times I feel like we be forgetting, we so busy about what we got going on individually that we forget about the people that help raise us or help put us in position. Even with like we talked about last week about with Dave passing, like just overlooking small things, small details. Even come down to like just sending a text, like we kind of like so much against each other that we don't really like help each other to the point where we're okay with giving advice without feeling like it's something that
stepping on somebody's toes,
or that everybody's against us because you telling me I need to be eating healthy.
Right.
Now I feel like you ain't fucking with me for real.
Right.
You trying to say some other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we just be so like combative with shit that we don't really be taking them lessons and just like it's cool. Like
yeah, man. I think everybody you should walk in.
Need to be talked about at the town hall.
Right.
Mental health, relationships, everything.
Cause we all together at the end of the day. Like I don't see at least 6-7 people die this month.
Man, straight
famous
up.
Or not famous.
Yeah, straight up.
Like
it's actually
from
been
the
really,
OJs to
really crazy
the Daves to my auntie to whoever. Like I'm just seeing them dropping in there. And when I see people, it really don't hit me. So I go to people's funerals. And when I be at funerals, I don't even be thinking about the person that died. I think about myself. The whole funeral, like it could be me. Like I could be me next. We just talking
it's
about
crazy. When we left Dave, when we left on Dave's funeral, rest in peace, Dave, man. Like we was sitting in the restaurant talking about my boy. You know, one of my close friends, Stack Barry. He been on Banking Them podcast. Stacker grew up. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I live by myself. He like, I be thinking about this shit a lot lately. Like, y'all niggas better start calling and checking on me more often, man.
Because if
he's like, I need a wife.
Nobody
you
knows.
He be like, I need a wife.
No, seriously.
That's what we talked about.
That's what I'm saying. Like that type of stuff comes into play when you get of a certain age and you start like thinking like, if I
who's gonna be here to help me?
Right.
Or something just happened to me that leads to my death. Because you could be in that house,
even legacy,
dying. And need the help.
And you got like 2 hours to get to the hospital. Your life could have been saved.
You ain't got no life alert.
But if you ain't got no wife.
That's not life alert.
Or if you ain't got no life alert.
Or
a partner or just homies checking up on you on a regular basis.
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's scary. It's something that, I think a lot of people think about. I had a friend of a friend whose sister had committed suicide. And they was with her that weekend, got back. She
had no idea, huh?
But the only thing that happened because of the relationship that girl had with her sister, they call each other every day.
It was something that was off in there.
She called her and she didn't answer. She was like, damn. And they went all day without talking to her. She said, damn, that shit kind of weird. Like, I ain't heard from her. So she started
calling people like, hey, have you heard
Trying
from
to get-
so-and-so
yeah.
today? And they were like, no, I haven't. So, you know, to say all in all, they ended up finding her, but they had to, she had like her, you know, you got the little thing that you put them under the door. They had to keep the dough in. Like she lived by herself. But all in all, to say like people also too, when folks checking in on y'all, take the time to
answer
respond
the
back.
phone, yeah, or
stop
at least
being
put a heart
so,
on it and acknowledge
stop
it.
being so consumed in your daily life that you forget to stop. Because I have close people that are some of my closest friends. They get very caught up and very consumed in life. There's a time in your day when you sit and you pause.
You chill.
Whether you're looking at your phone, whether you're looking at TV, you're pausing. And when people take the time out of their day to just send you a text and say, hey, thought about you today, just checking up on you.
How you doing?
Respond back. Because if you create a pattern of that, those people that continuously extend, that extend that branch, they fall off, or they think it's a normal pattern and you could be up in that house dead.
Right.
Oh, she in a mood.
Yeah.
She all right.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, you have to really make sure that one thing about me, I think I have a good pattern of if I don't text somebody, I'll be like, hold on now. You all right?
Yeah.
Because you never text me back. Like I ain't heard from you in a couple. So keep that type of momentum up, because when you're always a person that's like removing yourself from the outer eye and you're used to being to yourself, but you don't respond to everybody that texts you, they just be like, oh, they're just them. But you could really be somewhere sick, hurt, dead, you know, dying something, and nobody knows. So yeah, y'all that's a big gem.
Check on your people, man.
I'm gonna keep this brief. For the people that's in y'all friend groups, y'all got that one friend that you invite to everything, but they don't show up, and then when you don't invite them no more, they get mad because you ain't inviting them to shit.
I ain't mad, but I do get invited to shit.
Them, though.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Continue. I'm that friend.
Me, man.
Because keep inviting them. Only reason
inviting me, bro.
I'm gonna on it. I know your frustration. I done grew up with guys 15 years, bro, and I'm feeling like I'm inviting you to shit. You ain't showing up. Nah, I ain't finna keep inviting you. But keep inviting them, because just because they don't go don't mean they don't want to be there. Sometimes they might have obligations, or life be life.
Life be life,
and they still want to feel like they involved or they're part of the family.
Right.
But once you stop inviting them, they don't. You don't want to feel that,
feel like
because they don't feel like they don't fuck with them. Now it's two times. I'm tripping. It's two sides to it, because you may feel like because I'm inviting you and you ain't showing up that they ain't fucking with you.
But also too, let's flip on the other side. Communicate. Don't. If I'm inviting you and you're not able to come, communicate.
Just say that. Hey, man,
you know what I mean? Hey, I can't do it. You know, I know I keep flexing. This is where those lines we have to create healthy boundaries.
It's communication.
You gotta communicate.
Because like sometimes people will be like, you don't gotta explain. No, I do have to explain so that you know what's going on. I'm a big explainer.
I thank you for explaining to me,
if
because
I'm
that
late,
means you
I'm telling you why.
Yes, you are, Ashley. Yes, you are.
I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna communicate
Break
thoroughly. Okay.
it down.
But
so it ain't no feelings.
Because I don't want to hear no shit afterwards.
Yeah, you have to just keep that open line of communication.
Because I'm definitely that nigga that's not gonna keep inviting you.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't communicate.
Yeah,
But
sometimes people invite me, BC be like, he ain't coming.
Yeah, sometimes it's genuinely not because they don't want to. It's because they cannot. There's something else that's going on. It's, kids.
I don't care. But you ain't tell me that. You ain't communicating.
That's why I communicate.
If you just don't show up, fuck you.
If you got no show.
We on the rooftop, then you're gonna be hit me a DM like, where you at, bro?
Right.
Damn,
every time.
Definitely. You definitely have to keep that communication.
Communicate,
man. I can keep inviting you if I know why you ain't coming.
Right.
Hey, I know you said, hey friend, I know you said you weren't gonna be able to make the last time. Just wanted to extend the invite. We
just
doing
in case
this weekend if you want to slide.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel left out either.
Don't take it personal.
The older I get in life, bro, I realize that you shouldn't take shit personal from nobody.
Nothing.
Because everybody got some shit going on, bro.
Nothing, bro.
People be having shit in their life, bro, and you cannot take that personal. Even the shit you might be mad at about your parents. Like, nigga, them folks that they went through some shit way worse than you could probably even imagine they even went through. They just ain't never shared it with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to, like, you gotta meet niggas where they are. We gotta meet people where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't Like even like, I know like just to be a little transparent, like I done had like issues with my pops a couple times, right? We on a good vibe right now, right? Well, I'm just using my pops, and I got plenty of people I could use, but I ain't been on the right vibe with him, right? Sometimes in life. But man, he grew up different than me. I have to realize that too.
You have to take yourself out of the situation and really look at the other person's life and say, okay, I just had this conversation with someone. What is it that is causing them to act this way?
Right.
Why are they acting this way? Because it's something that happened, and it may not be anything that happened recently.
A lot of times
trauma.
It don't got nothing to do
with you, right?
It's just a trauma.
But you know, another
that's
thing
a skill
to
be able to do.
Say,
but you gotta know how to,
in regards to the black community, like I totally agree with meeting people with where they are, but you also, as meeting them where they are, holding them as a standard too,
or dealing with them the way you,
being able to communicate, like allow those people to have that open line with you of like, okay, yeah, this is what I dealt with in the past, but there's so much different from moving forward that you can start being cognizant of, like knowing that this is what I need to do. Like just when you have normal conversations and you remember something that somebody says, someone did tell me that I should, you know, like just having that thought in your mind, like, okay, you know, I understand that, you know, you went through X, Y, and Z, and we can continue to work through this and build our relationship. But let's try, as we move forward and as this relationship starts to transcend, let's create this now new narrative. You know, you went through you went through what you went through, and I'm not taking none of that from you, and I know it makes you who you are.
Right.
But as we move forward and we continue to elevate this relationship, that's why
because
therapy.
I'm not that person. It's not therapy to just keep me on that.
But that's why therapy is so good, because it shows you we all have
baggage to unpack.
Everything. Trauma is subjective.
Right.
Your trauma may look completely different than mine.
Absolutely.
What you tell me your trauma is, I might be like,
girl, please.
But you know, it's
you,
trauma
it's
to you.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
So
a real
it's like
thing.
knowing and understanding where you said meeting people where they at, but also realizing when you have that relationship, picking that person, y'all picking each other together and going to the next steps together and holding each other accountable.
And realizing too that sometimes you might be younger, this person might be older, right? Mentally,
that don't mean nothing.
They don't have the same experience,
right? Grown mentally, so you have to like. Sometimes you just kind of gotta let people be where they at, because they're gonna forever always do that and be that. But that's because mentally they stop growing. And some of us, I don't give a damn how old you could be older than me, but that don't mean you're
smarter than I am.
Where you are,
more aware and more like, you know what I'm saying, like. Just mentally there, like, because some people, I think I was having a conversation with her one day. I was having a conversation with Ash, and I was saying, man, just because that person, that don't mean they know. You know what I'm saying? You
a lot of people don't know that they don't know.
Oh man, that's a grown ass woman. That's a grown ass man. That don't mean they know.
You have no clue how that person was raised. You have no clue what experiences they went through.
And you realize that as you get older too.
Yeah.
You know, in your 20s, I think we all have that mindset of thinking everybody knows. But as you get older, you be like, damn, you really just.
I say all the time, you don't really start learning anything until you hit like
20
or over 30 for real.
Yeah, they be judging when you have conversations. You be like I don't know. I ain't gonna cap. I catch myself doing that sometimes. Like, and I tell myself like it's okay not to be educated in certain spaces, but when you have a conversation about random shit. And you feel like somebody don't know something that they should know, you kind of look at them different. Instead of looking at it as if they might not be as, that's what the grace I'm saying. That's why you gotta give people grace, because they might not have been educated or they might not have been raised around certain things for them to know. But I just feel like it's just human to like judge.
No, it is.
Not to like really look at it for like, you know what I'm saying?
Understand
from their POV.
Their perspective.
Yeah. So I mean,
and that again, that takes skill. That takes things like therapy to be able to pull yourself out of a situation, because most times we're thinking about self.
And the ego must go.
Yeah,
ego must go. Well, y'all, look. First of all, I want to thank both of y'all. Really, all three of y'all. Run N Brunch. I want to thank y'all for pulling up. Obviously, we've hung out plenty of times outside of this, but I look up to y'all in certain ways, and I want to let y'all know I'm very appreciative for the advice that you give me on the side, and also for joining the pod and being able to give y'all advice on life and everything. But I just want to say thank y'all for pulling up.
For sure.
Thank you for having
For the
us.
people that's
Please
watching,
believe
make
it.
sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If y'all got any questions, please DM us at Unspoken ATL. Once again, we want to thank Run N Brunch, Juice ATL, Ashley and Polo. We want to thank y'all, BC, and want to thank y'all for what y'all do for the community.
And the time and the
yes. Make sure y'all also follow Run N Brunch. Make sure y'all also follow Juice ATL.
2 U's.
With 2 U's.
With 2 U's.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to put that on the bottom of the screen. But y'all, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for locking in with the best show in Atlanta. We'll holler at y'all next time.
And thank you, Unspoken Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't want to be you.
Oh, yeah.
Natural preservatives. If you want your healthy food to last longer,
Lemon, limes. Yeah, lemons or limes, yeah.
Honey.
You can use honey, yeah. Honey is dope, yeah. I've used honey before, but I use lemon and lime for a lot.
It's depending on what you're making.
Man, depending on what
like me for my sea moss, I put honey in it and make it last a little bit longer too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So depending on what you're making.
And I put lemon or lime in my sea moss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For that reason too, to make it last a little bit longer. Yeah.
You got a lot going on today.
What is happening?
What the fuck is going on?
A little chaotic. A little chaotic.
We
but that's
educating
okay.
people right now.
That's the devil. Like, no, don't tell them.
Right.